It's a Saturday night. Saturday night's alright for fighting. Get a little action in. Hanging out in Alabama. So just gonna go live and see who's hanging out on a Saturday night. Saturday night's alright for fighting. Saturday night's alright, alright, alright. Ooh.
Dude, standing on Eagle today.
Alright, what is going on? Nooblarg, yo. Nomadic Brit, evening chef. It's not chef, alright? Alright, Nomad? It's El Gordo Velox. Trucking together. Are you first? No. Alice, you're not first. You're not. You're third. Joe Gampa, what's up, what's up? Jamie O, hello, hello. Nooblard, buying a reefer without any prior experience makes you my hero. And makes me a little bit foolish, but you know, that's just how I roll. That's what I do. It's I don't know. It's just what I do. I make decisions often. Gray Dog Logistics. Good evening. Good evening, Uncle Rob. How's it going, Uncle? I hope you got the hat. I sit with my parents. It's the most coveted item that I've worn. People don't ask me for shirts; they always ask me for hats. So you got the last one. So hopefully you got it. If not, you need to talk to my dad and find out what he did with it. Find out if he kept it for himself. But anyway, Josh Bulldog 3611. Would you ever buy the diesel Ford Super Duty truck? I know nothing about that stuff. I know nothing about pickup trucks, man. I barely know anything about stinking, big rigs, and I'm just driving around one trying to figure it out as I go. That's why trucking together. I'm trying to become good friends with Martin, the husband in the trucking together duo, because he actually knows what he's talking about with diesel trucks with big rigs. So got to do that. Stuart Warby. What is going on? Skip Bayless. I've never been a big Skip Bayless fan, but I'm sure you're not the real Skip Bayless. So no hard feelings. No hard feelings. Uncle Rob, you got it? Okay, good. David Torres, what is going on? What's up? Diesel and Farming Brothers. I saw that video. I don't know if I made a comment or not. I meant to make a comment, but I saw your 389 video. Diesel and Farming Brothers. I was waiting for part 2 to come out. I don't know if you dropped it already. I haven't been on YouTube very much. You said, how much do I miss California? I only miss my family. I don't really miss California very much. Like I'm really enjoying as far as geographically, I'm enjoying the South. I think the South is my future because I love it. But yeah, I'm missing California only because that's where my wife and my other 3 children are. I am missing them a lot. Trucking together answered that question about the Ford diesel Super Duty. She said, don't get a diesel Ford. Ours blew the fuel system and has been down for months. $8,000 to repair when parts get here. Yeah, if parts ever get here. Parts are hard to come by for every type of vehicle right now. Nooblarg said, prior to the other day, have you ever had to sit 10 hours hauling reefer? That's the stigma, but first time I've seen you get stuck. Yeah, so that is my first time having second time having a really bad experience. The first time, it was actually when I was doing power only, and I went to, it was a reefer facility with a dry van for TQO. And they had me haul this trailer to a spot in Richmond, California, and they had me sitting there for 12 hours to unload me. It was crazy. But so far I've had good luck. And it is the stigma because I think it does happen more often on reefer than it does on any other type of freight. But I mean, waiting around happens in every type of freight. And I don't even blame, brokers. They don't have that much to do with it. I mean, I wish they paid a little more when stuff like that happened, but Yeah, you can't control all those things. Let's see. Trucking Together said, "We are friends, no trying needed." Yeah. Well, I'm saying I'm once I go ride your quads, then I'll know we're real friends. All right. Velox Trucking. Let's see. Oh, you said Trucking Together is definitely a good channel, good recommendation. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend them like every time I see their name unless I really thought it was a good channel. Like if they were just cool people, but they were trying their best, I probably wouldn't drop them every single time I see them on the lives and stuff. Let's see. Skip Bayless said, "I'm a Walmart driver. Love your content. Thank you. I appreciate it." And hey, Walmart drivers make decent money, I've heard. I talked to one Walmart driver. He had been there like 17 years, and he was pretty happy. Pretty happy. So, Trucking Together said, "California sucks. That's why." Yes, it does. Let's see. Everyone's saying hi to Trucking Together. That's awesome. Good people, good people. Sylvester Ruelas. How's the weather over there? I left Alabama 2 days ago, currently in Houston, Texas. It's cool. A bunch of thunderstorms are rolling through, and it's, I don't know, it's different from California. It's definitely humid. Me and Miles went and golfed today, and we played 18 holes, and it was hard. By the end of it, it was pretty difficult because of the heat and the humidity. But if I went golfing right now in California where I live, we wouldn't even go golfing. We wouldn't even try unless we could get out at like 6 in the morning and be done by like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. So let's see. Diesel and Farmer Brothers said, "Ford is smart. They circled the problem for you when you buy it." I've never heard that before. That's funny right there. I don't care who you are. That's funny right there. Let's see. Trucking Together. That's normal to wait forever for chicken. Martin says all the plants are the same. Yeah, that's what another commenter commented on the video. Like, yeah, welcome to chicken hauling. And I was like, crap. Now I know no ice cream, no chicken. I'm running out of stuff to haul though. Let's see. All of a sudden, 85. Reefer loads can take so long sometimes. I used to do long haul to Chicago, and the wait times were longer than the wait times for California. Only reefer freight. Yeah. Yep. Call me Cooley. What's up? What's going on? Oh, dude, I was scrolling through my text messages the other day, and I saw your, or was it emails? I don't remember, but I need to email you my stuff. I forgot about that. I was in the middle of stuff when we were talking on the phone, and so I completely spaced on sending you the stuff I was going to send you, email. So now you're in here again, and you reminded me for a third time. So I'm gonna get that set up. Let's see. Diesel and Farming Brothers. Second part will come out Monday. I'm uploading it for my members tomorrow. Oh yeah, you got membership. I forgot. How does that work? Is that good? Is membership cool? Let's see. Jessica Jenkins. Hey baby. Remember when we were like kind of newlyweds and we called each other babe all the time? It was kind of embarrassing now that I think about it. Especially after watching the Office episode when Michael Scott and what's her name, Miles?
What?
What's Michael Scott, and then who was he dating? The boss lady? Why can't I think of her name?
Oh, Jan?
Jan. Yeah.
I totally forgot for a
Jan.
second.
Yeah. Anyway, they keep calling each other babe the entire time, and that's when I realized we were dumb when we were younger because we called each other babe a lot. But hi, hello, Damon Harvey. What is going on? How is Morningstar treating you? I'm a little hurt, Damon, that you went to go find work and didn't lease on with me. No, I don't know that I'm actually ready to lease anyone on. I just keep wanting to because I get brokers calling me all the time now with like opportunities, but they're not opportunities that I personally want to do. But it's like, hey, I could set someone else to do this, and then I can still do what I'm doing. Let's see. There needs to be a law or something against the shippers holding truckers for so long. Truckers need to be on time or get fined or have to reschedule, but shippers can hold us for 8+ hours and nothing. According to Just Trucking, I saw his video like a couple weeks ago, and he said there is a law that they're only allowed to hold us for 2 hours. So I didn't know that. It's kind of interesting. My only problem was what load was I going to get from North Carolina to come down to Alabama on short notice to get me down here in time and all of that. So I kind of was like, I'll just wait it out and see what happens. And Decent Farmer Brothers, I forgot to mention that you gave a super chat. Thank you, dude. Thank you, appreciate it. Once again, we donate our portion of that we get. We donate that to the grocery assistance program at our church and or autism. We still don't have it nailed down like a single autism like program or organization that we will donate to, or the JDRF Foundation for juvenile diabetes or type 1 diabetes, which is what Miles has. Let's see. There we go. David Harvey said California does not suck. In many ways, it doesn't. But I'm happy out here. I'm enjoying it. Because California does suck in a number of ways. Maybe not completely, but yeah. Call me Cooley. LOL, it's all good. I had forgot myself. Okay, cool. Good. You weren't waiting on the edge of your seat for me to send you the email. Let's see. Ruben Caballero. What insurance do you have? I have Progressive, just like all the other new authority guys. Seems like they're the only ones that people can get set up with. The insurance broker, not broker, but the insurance agent, he said he was going to submit mine to a couple other insurance companies that he had some success getting new authorities on with. And then he said, oh yeah, no one will do it. You're with Progressive only. And I was like, all right, cool. Diesel and Farmer Brothers, yes, I recommend it, bro. It's a cool way to interact with your subscribers in a closer way. The membership thing, and they give you good feedback. Yeah, I feel like I try to interact with people a lot on the lives and stuff. So I hope that kind of gets me the same thing without the without that happen, without needing the membership thing. But I've seen it sitting there and I've thought about it for a while. Hey Miles, will you turn that all the way down? I don't know. It's got like a little bit of audio on it. Something's going on with it.
On the TV?
Yeah, thank you. JC Widow, California kind of sucks because the government.
Nope, it's off.
That's weird. Maybe it's the next room over TV I'm hearing. I don't know. I hear a little something. Let's see. Trucking Together AB5 says no, Nick. LOL, leasing on. Okay, but there is a whatchamacallit, an injunction that's still in place thanks to the California Trucking Association. So until they get their day in the Supreme Court, which actually I'm getting all of this from a video that I shared out on my community page, because the Asian My show did an interview with the president or the something or other, president I think, of the California Truckers Association. So go check out that video on my community page. If you don't know who the Asian My Show is, where you been? He's got the biggest, not the biggest, but one of the biggest trucking channels, and he's very active on all that kind of stuff, interviewing a lot of good people, lots of good information. Go check him out. But yeah, so AB5 is still on hold, at least for now. So we can get a little bit of time in anyway with some leased on owner operators. Let's see. Larry Bird 17 said, what year is my truck? It is a 2022. It was built on January 4th of 2021, so they call it a 2022, even though it's like almost a year from that. So let's see. Noah Mason, I haul oversized loads all day, 5 days a week. Nice. That takes some more knowledge than what I have for securement and that kind of thing. Permits, all that kind of fun stuff. That is cool. DC Astro said, I finally have time to watch you live. Hope everything is running smooth. I'm far from a good place right now. I can use your prayers. DC Astro, I'll be praying for you, dude. For real. 100%. And if you need to give me any more specifics on that prayer request, you can email me, nick@velox18.com, and I'll pray for you, man. No worries on that. Let's see. Martin said California does suck. They're checking for tunes now. They're gonna get a heart attack when they plug into my ECM. JC Widow. By the way, I just bought a reefer and I've been training myself on how to get loads for it. But I'm looking for a chart, what temperature to run certain loads. So far, like I don't. The shipper will tell you what to run it at, and the broker usually will tell you what to run it at. So you don't have to necessarily know all of that. Now, if you're trying to do LTL and you're trying to build a load, you know, with different loads, then that may be more complicated. And I don't know that they even like or will let you do that. I did have one TQL load where they had me do 4 pickups, and yeah, they told me different temperatures at the places, but TQL had a temperature they wanted me to set it at, and then they're the ones who kind of were taking that. So I kind of just listened to them, and the shippers were good with whatever my temperature I was holding, so nothing ever came of it. It was all good, and it was all going to one delivery, so it was one customer, so they weren't gonna reject it or anything. Let's see. Diesel and Farmer Brothers said my PETA's in the hospital. Oh man, really? That stinks. Seems to be where they like to be. Richard Plemons, as a Bulldog fan, this live is tough to watch with you being in Auburn. Yeah, I know. Hey, we went golfing today, and we golfed with a guy who's from a little further south in Alabama, so he's a big Alabama fan, and he had his Alabama golf bag and all that. But he actually said, but if I had to choose a place to live, I'd probably want to live close to Auburn and not near Tuscaloosa. So that's what he says. That's from an Alabama fan. He said the school was full of a-holes, I think is what he called them. Sorry to anyone who maybe went to Alabama, but you got called an a-hole today by a gentleman that we golfed with. Let's see. Nomadic Brit. It's California for now. Actually, Illinois has a similar law. The feds also are considering following. Yeah, so AB5 is California only, but it seems to be the direction that they want to take trucking. They want to get away from the independent owner or the leased on owner operator model, where you own a truck but work for a company. They want to get rid of that. It seems to be, the Teamsters are the ones like fighting this in court. Like in support of AB5. So it seems to me like that is they're the ones maybe who have the most to gain. Let's see. Nomadic Brit says Schneider doesn't seem bothered by AB5. I'm assuming they know something I don't. Yeah, that's possible. Usually the big companies know what's going on before we do. Big Dog Trucker says, welcome to Alabama, Nick. Thank you. Everyone's been very accommodating. In fact, the guys that we golfed with today, I was telling them, yeah, well, we just Ubered here, and we're going to Uber back, and then, we're just trucking. I was telling them kind of just the story of what we were doing, because we golfed with them all day. And anyway, they said, well, where are you guys going? So, we're going to go back to the hotel and maybe grab some Chick-fil-A over there by Tiger Town. And he's like, well, I live like 2 miles from there. I'll just give you guys a ride. So we got a ride, got a free Uber from our playing partner today when we golfed. So pretty stinking awesome. People are super nice out here. I'm enjoying it. The DC Astro, yeah, no problem, man. Like I said, email me if you need to give me any more details, but no details are needed. I can just pray for you and let you know that you're covered, man. You're covered. Nomadic Brit is praising Trucking Together. Great video you put out today. Fingers crossed you have something lined up. Yeah, that video. It was sad that I couldn't hear the other side of the conversation because I wanted so badly to hear it. But it's probably better that I didn't, because just hearing Martin's one side of the conversation, I wanted him to just yell at him and lay into him. And if I could hear what he was saying, I probably would have been yelling at the phone while I was watching it. But anyway, let's see. There you go. Trucking Together says AB5 is causing quite a few carriers not to or to change what they're doing. Mercer will not lease contractors in California. All right. Curtis Galvez Jarvis said Stockton in the house. What's going on, Stocktone? Trucking together. Had it in motion 20 minutes after dropping that trailer. They've got another plan. Al Swearingen said Roll Tide. Oh, Gordo Velox. Yeah, El Gordo Velox up in the house. I just ate some pizza for dinner. We didn't do a video on it though. Talking about the 389 diesel and Farmer Brothers. So yeah, circuit got too hot and it got burnt, and a depth sensor got burnt as well. So I guess it's a trend right now because Pete can't find those parts. Dude, there's a shortage of parts for like every type of vehicle right now. The Great Freight Sage Logic just posted a picture the other day of all of the container ships on their way to America from Asia. So there is relief coming. It's on the ocean. It's a fleet of ships coming towards us, but it's going to take a while, I think, to get processed through the ports, because I think we're going to get in another situation where the ports are going to be just overwhelmed. But we'll get our stuff eventually, hopefully. James Roberts said LSU, another Tigers team. Yeah, good team, good school. I don't know. Actually, I know nothing about the school. I just know about the football program. Very historically good football program. Liking it. BT Trucking. Looks like me and Miles are enjoying ourselves. We are, very much. Some of trying to like truck and be like, tourists is difficult, but it's I'm having fun. I don't know. Yeah, Miles said, yeah, he's having fun. Gasm Effect, El Gordo Velox. That's what I'm saying. El Gordo Velox. All right. Okay. That's good. Let's see. Trucking Together said it was good. Martin was on the Bluetooth. They would have wanted to sue us for that for sure. Yeah. 100%. El Gordo Velox for the win. JC Widow said thanks for the advice. Nick, where are you headed to next? Mark, I am going to be here in Auburn, Alabama until Monday, and then we're looking to get up towards Memphis because we want to go to Oxford, Mississippi. And I don't believe anything ships to Oxford, Mississippi in or out of there. It's a tiny little, college town. So, Memphis is probably the closest like market that we're going to be looking at going to. So, that's where we're headed. BT Trucking, we're missing you in Cali though. Thanks. I know you go out of state kind of somewhat often, don't you? Or have you been staying more local? I don't know if you've been staying local. I started watching your video the other day, and then someone called, and I got distracted from it. I couldn't finish it. But I saw you doing some stuff on the Power Only. And are you still looking for a trailer? Because trailers, man, it's hard right now. See, Martin said, told Diesel and Farming Brothers having an issue with the depth sensor. He said that whole deal is easily removable, no depth required. Yeah, Diesel and Farming Brothers said, I think I'm going to go to the same speed bumps that took my truck and some emissions things fell off. Yeah, I think that's a possibility. There was some videos put out this week of people getting big EPA fines for doing deletes and stuff. So take caution with how you do it and where you do it and all of that stuff. Big Dog Trucker, I think it's awesome that you and Miles get to have this experience together. Yeah, man. I honestly, it's been everything I wanted it to be. So, even with the things that we deal with as truckers happening, it's, I'm not making as much money as I kind of hoped I would. I thought coming out to this good freight market in the South that I'd be able to kind of easily find some decent paying loads. And I think I'm just maybe a little too, like, trying to leave too much of a gap for the loading and unloading times. Because I don't want to miss the stuff that, we're here for, that Miles is here for. So, I'm hoping, we're having a good time, but I'm not making as much as I wanted to make on that. So Martin said I got a good guy for that for maybe a speed bump to make some parts fall off. That's good. That's good. I gotta be careful what I say. You know, we're on the YouTubes. We're out in the out on the interwebs. Let's see. I am King Earsel. Did you get paid? Truck order not used for TQL. I requested something. I got to go and look. I don't know what their process is. So I did email them and they didn't get back to me. And so I think I'm just gonna submit the rate con and then request the $150 that way. But I don't know. I may just have to skip. I usually just submit everything through my factoring company, so that way I don't have to do it unless someone, you know, it's like an Uber load or a convoy load where they pay me directly. Most every single load I do, I try to factor, partially so that it'll make it kind of easier at the end of the year, but also I don't know, it just tends to work a little better. So I don't think I can factor that, just a little $150 that, you know, I don't even have paperwork for. So I think I'm just gonna submit something to them. So anyway, I gotta go and look, see what's going on. Gotta see what's going on with it. BT Trucking said I go Arizona, Nevada, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, Idaho, Wyoming, California. Yeah. So what is that? How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're Western 8, not Western 11. All right. That's good. JC Widow said he paid $25K for his reefer. What year is that? That sounds like a good deal, depending on, you know, how old it is, how many hours, and all that good stuff. Yeah, BT Trucking said that's an awesome price. Nomadic Brit's telling everyone to hit the thumbs up. We only got 9 thumbs up, and we got 42 people in here. So what's up with that? Let's see. Martin said, what delete? That illegal? EPA for the win. Oh, that's illegal. Yeah. 100%. We're talking about, you know, delete on a backspace, you know, on a keyboard. We're not talking about anything crazy, okay? Let's see. TQL is trash. It's just showing me not to use them at all. I had someone in the comments say they have had good luck with TQL on the flatbed side. So it just depends. Really just depends. You know, who you get, the broker you get. And honestly, I don't think this was TQL's fault. As far as like the actual shipper, like changing the date, pushing the load, I think that maybe the communication broke down somewhere between the shipper pushing the date, pushing the load, and then it getting it to TQL that load was no longer needed to be covered. Because yeah, I don't blame them too much for that, but I would like the Tanu, the truck order not used, to be maybe a little bit easier to just give it to me. Like I just if it happens, just automatically give it to me. Damon Harvey said cheating on my girl Callie. Forget that Southeast broke down brown water smoke a jive. Well, hey, I like, you know, I like California for certain reasons and certain places and certain things, but I'm telling you that the rest of the country is actually like way cooler than I don't know why everyone moves to California. Basically, is all I know, because we got the Pacific Ocean and the beaches, and that's cool. And I think you should go visit that a couple times in your life at least. I loved like living near it, but I never actually I'm not a surfer or anything like that. Like I like looking at the water and listening to it, hearing it, but not, you know, I don't know, man. Just the rest of the country is really beautiful. All right, that's all I'm trying to say. Martin said they haven't changed much since they started that business. TQL, yeah. Let's see. Diesel and Farmer Brothers said this week we got slammed by the scale houses. This week we got overweight to get 860 pounds over. Dang. And you guys don't. You guys are still doing like the like manure or soil or something, right? So you'd have to like probably backtrack from where you're at to go try to scale it before you go. Is it the Santanella scales you went through or Chowchilla? I wonder. Pneumatic Brit. All I have done is BASF loads this week, and they had delays at every single one. $1,300 in detention. Holy crap! Trucking Together said, "Don't see thumbs up on the mobile." Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about anything. I don't know how it works. Let's see. JC Widow said 2013 utility 3,000 hour Thermo King with 15,000 hour for $25,000. Dude, I think you got a steal of a deal. I think you got a crazy good deal. Where was that at? Was that must not have been in California because that's a good deal. Because mine's only like 4 years newer than that, and it had just a little bit less hours. And it was a CIMC trailer. It wasn't even a utility, and it cost more than double what you paid for yours, man. That's crazy. Let's see. BT Trucking said he would pull the rest of his hair out if he had to wait around like Pneumatic Brits had to wait around for his detention this week. Chemical tankers. The Joe Wentz Project TV. Greetings from South Carolina. Hey, I drove through South Carolina in the dark at night. It looked pretty. I went by Lake Hartwell. I was like, hey, this is Lake Hartwell. I've seen this on Just Trucking's channel a bunch of times. And it was dark. So I didn't get to enjoy South Carolina as much as I wanted to. I almost got lost in South Carolina because we were just looking for somewhere to like stop and get something to eat real quick and get right back on the freeway. And I got off. I was like, there's a QT at this exit. Just Trucking always stops at the QTs. It's probably a truck. And then I got off, and it was not a a truck stop QT Quick Trip, and it was and there was like some serious like driveway issues for me to even get in there and get turned around. So then I was just like going down the road, and I was like, dude, I can't. I don't know how to like. I'm gonna have to just flip a U-turn on this road somewhere. And so anyway, I ended up just going like 5 miles into town even forget what town it was, and I finally found like not a vacant, but like a parking lot with no cars in it where there was another big rig parked. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna pull in here next to him and I'm gonna flip around out of here. So anyway, South Carolina was cool, but I wish I could have spent time there. We had planned to go to Clemson, but we missed out. Martin said, I live in California because of the ocean. I like to go fishing. I haven't been fishing in a long time. Yeah, that's the thing. We have to work our butts off to live there, and then you realize you're not even doing the things that you enjoy about the place that you live. So it's like I can't afford to go to the beach and spend time at the ocean and go out on charter fishing boats or buy a boat and go myself. So I don't know. I mean, it's where I grew up, so it has like a certain like pull on me. It has like a gravitational pull to keep me there or bring me back. But maybe I think maybe that's just my family. I got my parents there, my brothers are there, so I don't know. Kevin Pounds, sweet truck. I just started watching. Used to live in Southern California, owner op, and moved to Texas. Yeah, man. We almost moved to Texas, and then we decided to stay in California when my wife got pregnant with Gus, our youngest. So we are still in California, but maybe not for long. We'll see. JC Widow, you got it somewhere in North Texas. Gotcha. Okay, so maybe that's why I got such a bad deal on my trailer, because it was in California. So did you get someone to deliver it? I know Diesel and Farming Brothers was looking for someone to bring out a trailer for him out from Texas, and he was having a hard time finding someone to do it. But the Joe Wentz Project TV, South Carolina, yeah, that was no fun. Diesel and Farming Brothers said, no, it was fresh produce. We were hauling watermelons from the field to the factory, and yes, Santanella scales. The loads we do for soil and Happy Hippie, we go through their scales before leaving. Gotcha. Yeah, when you're coming from fields, there's no way to know that, you're overweight. Just no way to know. Jaime Hernandez. I hope you go by Jaime. Hopefully it's not Jamie. I know some people, it just depends on, how how you pronounce it yourself. So I'm gonna roll with Jaime since your last name's Hernandez, and we'll go with that. El Gordo Velox, greetings from Corona, California, aka El Gordito country. Yeah, my sister-in-law is from Corona. She grew up there. So yeah, let's see. 2013 won't work in Cali next year due to emissions. I think it kind of depends on the unit, though, right? I think it does depend on the unit when it was built, and then they have certain ones that are, if they've got EGRs and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. They're making the reefer thing just like the truck thing, where they're trying to have EGR valves and I don't know, all the filters and all that bull crap. So JC Widow said it was on Facebook Marketplace. Does Miles have an idea which college is his top one so far? Do you have a top college so far? I mean, we've really only been to Belmont and Virginia Tech. We had to skip Clemson, and so it's really just those two. And then we're hanging out in Auburn right now, but we haven't seen the school yet or anything. We're there, so.
I'd probably say Clemson is probably my top one right now. It's like the most well-rounded school.
Okay, so
I feel like
from all of the research he's done, not from personal experience, because we had to skip Clemson. Clemson is actually his top school right now, to answer your question. So we skipped his number one school because that's trucking. Yeah, maybe I should have done something different. Maybe I should have grabbed a different load. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. JC Widow said, I have my own trucks, so my driver picked it up and brought it back to Houston. Okay, cool. Oh, and you're based in Houston. That makes a lot more sense. JC Widow said the unit is mine, can't go to Cali. Okay. I guess you don't need it to if you're running out here. The California for the reefer needs to be 7 years or newer. Yeah, it's something like that. But there's certain models that like they can only go for 7 years or something like that. And then so some of them, depending on when it was built, all that crap. So anyway. Diesel and Farmer Brothers said, I got someone to bring it down for $6,000. It's a 2003 50-foot lowboy Landau, but they are putting my trailer on top of another trailer. I mean, I guess it's cool. Saves your tires, right? I mean, I don't know how much an empty trailer would put wear on the tires, but hey, every little bit, I guess. Oh, man, that's a lot of money, though, man. $6K. Probably, I mean, that's just, I don't know. Don't know how much you spent for the actual trailer if it's a 2003, but it's 50-foot lowboy, so obviously it's like unique, specialized. So let's see. Jerome Jones said, "Big money, what up?" Yeah, big money. Yeah, not big money. Little money. Let's see. Trucking together. Yeah, maybe reschedule and go back for that one. For serious though, that is. I'm sitting here like, okay, I need to figure out a way to make this happen. But then again, I don't know. Maybe we'll do something. Maybe we'll have to fly out next time just for like that special, just for that trip. I don't know. Let's see. BT Trucking. Did I skip one from? There we go. Yeah, the Joe Wentz Project said, I've been a company driver for this current company for 21 years. A couple of friends of mine made the leap to owner-operator. I've been watching a lot of YouTube about owner-operators and your channel. Yeah, thanks, man. I mean, that's honestly how I ended up getting my own authority, was because I was watching a bunch of YouTube. And I watched Just Truckin'. I watched Driven and Sammy Lloyd and all these guys that, are doing different things in their trucking career. And I kind of just thought, you know what? I think I want to do my own thing, go on my own authority. So I did. BT Trucking said, I was for 14 years a company driver and made the jump this year as well. Yeah, BT Trucking is like, he lives like 30 minutes from me, and we're basically like doing the same thing at the same time. he's just doing power only a little longer than I did. It was hard, man. It was hard to make money on the power only. Although he does go out of state a little more than I did when I was doing it. I was trying to stay just in California, which made it really hard to find loads that fit, the timing and everything. It was hard. But Nomadic Chris said, why is California so different from the rest of the USA? You have USA and then you have California. Yeah, I don't know. It's a unique place. A lot of people have moved to California from the rest of the country. I mean, it's just had this influx of people from, I mean, the gold rush first, right? But then like during like the Great Depression, a lot of people came west. I believe that's when my grandparents came to California. I know that my grandfather was born in like, I want to say El Paso, Texas. And so then my dad was born in California. I was born in California. My kids are born in California. So we're kind of, we're ingrained in the California way now. But yeah, I'm not sure why it's so different. It's just the I don't know. I think the hippies kind of changed the culture there a lot, a lot because it's different. It's different. Let's see. California is a country, not a state. Wait, who said that? BT Trucking said that. Big Dog Trucks, California is trying to make it harder and harder for owner operators to run there. I'm okay with going to Arizona and Vegas and back to the southern states. Yeah. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of freight lanes that you can stay out of California. I mean, you got the California turnarounds, right? Like the old David Allan Coe song. I think it was David Allan Coe. Anyway, but those California turnarounds pay pretty good when you're coming back out of California. But you can make money going other places too, where you don't need to go into that state. So let's see. Trucking Together said Cali is like Cartman. It does what it wants, and then it tells you to respect my authority. That's like one of the only like whatever you call it South Park episodes that I remember from when I was a kid, and I stopped watching after like 8th grade, I think. So that is like 25 years old, but that's okay. BT Trucking said I have videos. You can go see my struggles. Yeah, I've watched your channel, your videos on and off. I haven't been watching as many videos. In fact, I haven't even been watching. Like, I used to watch Just Trucking like every day. I would watch, make sure that I was watching. I wanted to see the rates he was getting. I wanted to see how he was running his business and running his truck. And I just haven't even been watching the channels that I used to watch every day. I haven't, but I try to watch yours, Trucking Together. Let's see, Diesel and Farming Brothers. There's a lot of guys that I try to watch that are smaller channels. Try to keep up on what you guys are doing. So you guys have kind of taken priority now on that. And I think, okay, so no lie, I'm just gonna let you guys know right now. When I was running the same route every night, I would watch YouTube while I was driving. Maybe not watch it, but at least listen to it. Because I didn't have to like pay as close attention. Because I was just running the same roads every night, and I was just kind of, I didn't have to have like all of my senses aware. I don't know. Since I haven't been doing sulfur on the same route every night, I don't get as much time to listen or watch stuff or even like music and stuff. I'll realize I've been driving in silence for like a couple hours because either I'm going through a city where there's lots of interchanges, and so I'm just really trying to focus and make sure I know where I'm going, make sure that my Google Maps isn't leading me down some non-trucking route or something crazy like that. So anyway, that is that. Diesel and Farming Brothers, I got it for $22,000, his trailer, his lowboy. And the reason why is because the tires aren't so good. That's why. So it's good that it's on another trailer. Martin said, I'd run California with an old Carrier Phoenix from the 80s if the load paid enough and not care. I'm sure the Carrier would freeze up as soon as the temps would rise above 90, but that's beside the point. Exactly. No, the guy that I bought the reefer trailer from at Thermo King said that they do a lot of rentals and that like half their rentals are supposed to be out of service by the state of California, but that people still run them. And they just kind of like, no one's really checking right now, and I'm sure at some point they will, and then people get in trouble. But yeah, that's just the way that goes. Jerome Jones. Oh yeah, you call me big money man, and then you say, "Come on, now you're driving that nice Peterbilt." Yeah, that's why I don't got no money, because I got a huge truck payment. Come on. The Swerve, yo, just discovered your channel like a couple hours ago. New authority, only 1 month in. Nice, dude. Where are you located? The Swerve. Oh, straight out of. Oh, does it say the Bay? Does it say the Bay? All right. If you're from California and you're running out there, then me and you running the same roads. But yeah, dude. New authority. That's what's up. Let's see. Callie hates semi-truck drivers. Yeah, pretty much. I am King Israel. That's kind of how it feels sometimes. Although I have to say that the DOT officers that I've interacted with at the scales and stuff, they just seem to be like nicer than what I've heard other guys. Like other guys get just roadside inspections and all this stuff when they're in Texas and Oklahoma and all these places. And the guys that, like, I've had things where they should have like written me a ticket or red tagged me until I could prove, that I had a hazmat permit one time, and then another time I had something else, and they just kind of were like, it's like they wanted to let me go rather than they wanted to like, write a ticket. So anyway, so Cali, the state might hate semi-truck drivers, but I feel like DOT guys, they're kind of cool. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just such a likable guy. No, probably not what it is. Joe Wentz Project said, "Are you happier since you made the jump to owner-operator?" Yes. No hesitation. I am happier. I'm controlling my own destiny. And, I mean, the freight rates are good right now, so maybe I would be less happy if it was harder to make a living and I was, like, really struggling financially and I was having to sleep in the truck, like, 7 nights a week just to make enough money for my family. But that's not the way it is right now. So I've never experienced the lean times. So hopefully we'll have a few years of good times before we hit any lean times, and I can like pay off the truck and get some stuff set up to where I won't, be crushed if the bottom falls out of the market. But yeah, I'm as far as like right now, it is really good, really good. Non-important says, does YouTube money help with the truck payments? Yeah, a little bit. I'm not at the point yet where it like pays for the truck, but that would be cool. I just saw on a live one. I'll just say one of the bigger YouTubers, because I don't know if he was sharing it like to like share it out, but he's making over 30 grand a month right now. On YouTube, just on YouTube, like ad revenue, and then there's other revenue too. I think that you can probably get from your sponsorships and all that stuff. So I'm tripping out. Like, man, maybe I should just focus more on YouTube and less on trucking. But I don't know. Adolfo Gomez said War Eagle. Yeah, War Eagle. That is where we are. That is where we be. And it's really cool here. We like it. We went golfing this morning and it was awesome. I'm liking. We're in Opelika, so we're right next door to Auburn. But let's see. Trucking together said, depends on what you want for yourself. We prefer being our own boss, so owner op is the way to go. That being said, we also manage a fleet and have employees, and some of them do better than a lot of owner operators. True. And that's what I always try to like get across to people is like, don't be scared of being an owner operator, but at the same time, like if you don't want to be, then you're good. Like you're cool. You're all good. Like do what you do. Like I have friends who haul fuel and they won't ever stop hauling fuel as a company driver because it's just like easy and they make good money and they don't want to like have all the risk to only make like a little bit more money. You know. But anyway, BT Trucking said, I do the same. Listen to the truckers YouTube. I just started watching Trucking Together. It looks good so far. Yeah, they're good. They're good. That day we saw you was when we were filming a good part of our last video. Okay. So you were sitting there having that conversation with that guy and then you drove by the ugly duck. The ugly duck. I've yet to see that in person. I really want to see it. Really want to see it. Diesel and Farmer Brothers said, just don't blame the happy hippie as far as like why California is the way it is. That hippie lettuce. Yeah, no. They asked me out here because I guess Alabama just passed a law to like allow for medical marijuana. And so they asked me like, man, did that like change everything out there? I'm like, I mean, it's kind of different, I guess. It's more like out there a little bit out in the public. I smell it a little more now, like for people like in some public places, but it's not that different from how it used to be, I guess. Nomadic Briss said, yep, Nick gets that focus that he missed a huge pyramid by the bridge he went over. Who knew? Okay, well, I might have seen it and I wasn't paying attention to like all that kind of stuff, you know? Let's see. The Swerve said he's out of Las Vegas, but he's from the Bay. So we're definitely running the same roads. Cool. Yeah. That's cool. And then I saw down here, you said you're still power only, looking for a trailer still. Yeah, that was me. I was trying to find a dry van at first, and then I just decided, you know what, I found this reefer for sale, and I know that California's a good market for reefer freight, so I just said, you know what, screw it, we're gonna go with the reefer, even though I've never pulled one ever. So far so good. Haven't had any issues with it, but I've got a lot to learn. Alice said, Nick, remember my scale story? Maybe that's what's going on with why they're nice to you too. Yeah. I don't think so. I've never had a DOT officer say, well, you must be the prettiest trucker I've ever seen roll through here. Maybe they say it behind my back. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're a little embarrassed about, coming out of the closet. But let's see. Jerome Jones, just messing with you. Love the Peterbilt. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. I love the Peterbilt too. And it's all good right now. Everything's going good with it. Got one little thing that I got to take care of, but it's nothing. Martin said DOT and Cali are usually good people. It's business 24/7 here at the scales. I've never met an a-hole in California that was on a power trip. Now other states, DOT is out for blood when they're out. Yeah, that's okay. So that's what, because I've heard some serious like horror stories of these DOT guys in other states, and then when I see them in California, they're just like, hey, how's it going, man? And even when I was driving, like I was renting a company truck from Silva, they were just like, oh, okay, well, you really should have this, but, well, since it's like this, I'll just go ahead. It's a rental truck, so it's not yours, so I'm not going to hold you responsible for it. But, just kind of like that. So they were all cool like that. BT Trucking said the struggles are real, finding a trailer. Let's see. Diesel and Farmer Brothers said, happy hippie is the dirt for some herbs. Hint, hint, herbs. Hee hee. Yeah. That's why I said the hippie lettuce. The hippie lettuce. That's the way you say it. Nick, how long does it take to cool a trailer to -10? I feel like you're attacking me right now. I feel like you're attacking me. Let's see. Trucking Together said, how long does CARB require you to operate that truck here before you are free and clear to bail from the state and move away? They require me to operate it as long as my previous truck was exempt to run in California, which is through 2022. Because that truck had to be off the road by January 1st, 2023. So January 1st, 2023 is when my agreement with them ends that the contract with them, because the contract was an agreement for me to remove my truck off the road early, so that, and then put a new truck on. So basically, at that point when the truck needed to be off the road is when my agreement with them ends. And the Joe Wentz project said, man, I hated for you when you had to deal with all of those plants for Home Depot. Holy crap, that looked aggravating. You know, dude, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I mean, dude, my back hurt. My back legitimately hurt. But it wasn't like a permanent hurt. It wasn't like, it was just soreness. It was just like, I'm a truck driver. I sit on my butt all day long, so I don't do physical labor. And then all of a sudden I was just thrust into this like decently, difficult, just imagine carrying like a 20-pound, weight in front of you, like, I don't know, 1,000 times, maybe more, and walking back and forth in the trailer and climbing in and out of the trailer. And so it wasn't too bad though. It really wasn't. If I ever do it again, I'll probably stop and pick up my son and have him come with me to make the deliveries. And I think that it'll go way quicker, and obviously I won't feel as bad as I did after that one. Let's see, Diesel and Farmer Brothers, just to let people know that want or are thinking of getting their CDL, get it before February of 22, because they will require hours of training before taking a driving test. Yeah, I was surprised that they didn't have that, because they do have that for like your cars. Like when you just want like a Class C license, you have to have a certain number of hours of behind the wheel training with like an instructor and stuff. So anyway, yeah, Trucking Together 2022, not bad at all. Nomadic Brit, gotta go. 4 a.m. start in another dimension. All right, good night to yourself. Trucking Together and all. Good night, Nomadic Brit. Mark, hey, we gotta do another live on Nomad's channel. That was fun. And maybe I won't be at Applebee's when we do it, so I can actually talk full voice and be normal, be my normal self, and not feel like I'm being watched by everyone, and not be talking into my dumb headset. That's like the worst. To be in like a public place with your trucker headset on. Oh man. Let's see. Trucking Together said, I feel like California already requires so many hours at a CDL school and has been for a couple of years now. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. Let's see. Everyone's saying goodnight to Britt. That's sweet. If you guys haven't had a chance, go check out his channel. But even more than his channel, I'll be honest, he keeps it real mellow on his channel. But when you go on Nomad Truckers Lives, when Nomadic Brit is on there, he's hilarious. He's really funny. And all of his funny British funniness comes out. Let's see. The Swerve said, I did reefer for like 4 months back in 2019. I never ran reefer continuous, even if they said... I've heard some people say they always ran it on continuous because it keeps the oil pumping through it and all that good stuff. So I don't know. Obviously you want to save fuel, but I don't know. Ooh, the chat slowed down. The chat slowed down. Or did I just like mess it up somehow? Is it frozen? Jimmy Akers, what's up? What's up? Let's see. Martin wants to know if Home Depot made you do key recs. Yes, they did. They I missed some. Dang it! I missed some comments. Missed some comments. Maybe I skipped over them because all of them were like saying goodnight to. I probably missed a bunch. Oh well. Too late now. But yeah, key recs. So I didn't know what they were. So I was like, yeah, I need a key rec or something. And they're like, oh yeah, you got to go over to. So each place I would like deliver to the garden department, and then I'd have to go. They'd sign off on like my proof of delivery, my bill of lading, and then I'd have to go and get a key rec from like the actual receiving department. But it never hung me up or anything. Like it was pretty easy. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, Martin said certain loads can't run on cycle. Yeah. Yeah, they need the air circulating. Yeah, I think that there's I that's what I've heard. Some guys they just would keep it on continuous even when it said you could run it on cycle because they would just want it to always be circulating. Big Dog Trucker said Mark is a riot on lives with Nomad. He is, man. When he was at that truck stop in Atlanta, and he's like, "Oh, what's this guy? He just pulled up in his car. What's he doing, guys?" He's sitting there, he's pointing, and he's like talking about like some shady dudes doing like a drug deal, and he's like pointing at them, and like he's like, "I don't know if are they going to come over here and try and talk to me?" I'm like, yeah, they probably are going to come over and shoot you because you're witnessing something and you're looking like you're about to report them to the cops. He's like, should I call someone? I'm like, no, get in your sleeper and zip it down and they'll just leave you alone, man. Let's see. Sorry, I had to get a beverage. BT Trucking said, I slept with it on continuous. It's easier to sleep. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I actually slept with it on cycle, and it sucked because every time it shuts down, it would wake me up. It wouldn't wake me up when it would start up. It would wake me up when it would shut down, and I'd be like, oh shoot! All of a sudden it'd be silent. So, but I'm a dude. I like sleep with the fan on every single night. Like ever since I was a kid. Always got a fan on. Diesel and Farmer Brother said, I'm getting CDL and I didn't go to school and they didn't tell me anything about training or anything like that. Okay, yeah. That's kind of what I thought. I thought that's how it still was. No hours of training yet. But Curtis Galvez Jarvis, how much of a discount off the new truck on trade-in of the old one? They gave me a down payment assistance of $50,000. $50,000. So that's why I got the truck I got. I wouldn't have bought a brand new long hood Peterbilt customized and stuff if I didn't have kind of like free money coming in. I mean, I could have probably sold my truck for like 20 grand, maybe 15. I had like 700 something thousand miles on a Caterpillar motor, a C13, short hood, 388 is what they call it, a day cab, little short hood. But yeah, so they gave me like probably 35,000 more than I could have gotten for it on like if I just sold it on truck paper or something. So I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to get the dream truck, and I'm sure it's going to be expensive for a while, but when I get done paying it off, it'll still be worth, 100 grand probably. So a little bit, it's kind of a plan for the future as well, for what I could do in the future, as far as, having that much equity in a truck later on. We'll see. I might need it to, put some down payments on my self-driving fleet once I'm a big fleet owner and I got self-driving trucks and I don't got to hire employees. I just need to put in GPS coordinates to my trucks and then dispatch them. I don't know. Let's see. Keyrex were not my faves by far. Every time I see a HD, all I can think of is Keyrex. That's funny. I just didn't have an issue with them. I don't know. But maybe you did a few more deliveries than I did to Home Depots. So Martin said, don't haul produce on cycle, especially lettuce, berries, etc. Yeah, I mean, I always just follow the bill of lading instructions, the shipper's instructions, because they know what their product needs. And the only time I think I actually ran it on cycle might have been that palm tree load, because it was like a 65-degree load. And so I was like, I'm not going to run it on continuous when it's just palm trees. Like, they just don't want it to get too hot. That's it. That's the only thing. They just don't want it to wilt in there. So I ran that one on cycle. But I think all the other ones, maybe there was another one that was, I don't remember. But Diesel and Farmer Brothers said here in Cali, but I don't know who. Did someone ask him where he's from? Man, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing some. Oh, you know what? I am missing a bunch. I had okay, so I'm using my computer to look at your guys's things, and I had it set to that stupid top chat thing instead of live chat. I'm missing so many people's. Oh man, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. All right. JC Widow said California would be better if they would relax on carb rules or dismantle the whole department. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I mean, they're so far down this road now. They want to be like the leader in the world of clean stuff. I mean, they just made some sort of I don't remember what it was, but the governor signed some thing about wanting every vehicle to be electric by 2035. So, yeah. Yeah, the Swerve said it was mostly frozen that he was hauling. Yeah. Trucking Together said if the chat slows down, it means it's just time for a little song and dance. And that's a little disco fever emoji guy. That's like a little. He's like doing the. I get that. I'm with you. Martin said, "Yeah, we all know you're quite the singer." El Gordo Velox. El Gordo Velox. Diesel and Farmer Brothers said California would be better if they let 75 miles an hour for everyone like Arizona, or if they just got away with the truck speed limit and we got to do whatever the speed limit was on the road that we're traveling. I know that there's less cars in all these states that I'm going through, but I just have a hard time imagining like the traffic getting worse if we were allowed to flow with traffic. Like it would only get better. And there'd still be the trucks that go 64, 63, whatever, and so be it. But, if everyone could just cruise, because right now it's like you got so many people doing like the law, you got trucks running 55 miles an hour down the road, and then you got trucks that are running 65 miles an hour down the road, and Highway Patrol doesn't even mess with those guys. They fly right by them. So everyone does 64, but like there's trucks going 55, 58, 62, 65. It's like, man, it's so much better when everyone just is going 65 miles an hour. If we just made it to where there was no more truck speed limit in California, it would be better. Because the 10 mile an hour difference, sometimes 15 mile an hour difference, is just lame. Lame. Let's see. Ironically, it just skipped. Darn it. Didn't do much produce. Big Dog Trucker 68. Yeah, he was at a Texaco in Kentucky when he was pointing at the drug dealer. Oh, okay. Texaco in Kentucky. He was in Kentucky, not Atlanta. That's right. He lives in Atlanta, so I mean, sometimes he does sleep in the truck in Atlanta. He did the other day, but in Kentucky. Yeah, he was sitting there pointing at the drug dealer and like commenting about it the whole time, and he's just like, I'm like, dude, you need to protect yourself here and just go zip yourself into your sleeper. And but he wouldn't have it. He wouldn't have it. JC Widow, you don't do CDL school training if you got your permit before February 7th, 2022. After that, you're required to have CDL school training. So all the CDL school trainings, they have to like be certified by the state. Probably another way for the state to make money. They're going to make all those people pay to be certified trainers and all that. It's all for safety, though. It's all for safety, Curtis Galvez Jarvis said, "You going to buy an APU next?" Yes. Yes. Non-important said, "What editing program do I use to edit my videos?" I use a program called WeVideo. So I upload all my clips into WeVideo, and then it's an online web-based program. So I just log on to wevideo.com and edit my videos on there. And then when I'm finished with them, I can download them and then upload them onto YouTube, or I can connect my YouTube channel to my WeVideo, and then it'll upload directly to there. So anyway, it's kind of cool. I like it. BT Trucking, much respect. Got a crash. 3:30 start time for you. All right. You have a good night. pretty early out there, man. You're trying to get your 8 hours in, aren't you? Man, I don't ever get my 8 hours in. Although I did last night. It was kind of nice. Miles woke up. It was like 9 a.m. and his blood sugar was getting low, and and so his little alarm was going off, and he was like, "Man, what time is it?" And he's like, "It's 9 a.m." I'm like, "Yeah, man, we're sleeping. I told you we're gonna sleep in and just sleep until we wake up." And then he was like, "Oh man, okay, well, I thought it was like 6 a.m. because it's pitch black in the room." And I'm like, "Yeah, because they got actual blackout curtains over here like they're supposed to." Remember that? Remember in hotels, you could always black it out. We've been in so many hotels now where they haven't been doing that. There's so much light comes in the morning. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Steven Hernandez. Hello, Nick. Truck driver from Southern California. What's up, Steven? What is going on? I like that you sign everything off by saying truck driver in Southern California. That's cool. I like that. The Swerve said, I'm actually on an Amazon load from Vegas to Stockton. Definitely was going 65. Yeah. I mean, I do too. Everyone's going like 63, 64, 65 on I-5 and 99. That's just how they do it. That's just how they do it. Trucking Together said, I mean, I went to CDL school because I didn't have access to a truck, so CDL school is not all bad. No, I know, 100%. I'm talking about that they're going to make the CDL schools have to be like certified CDL schools now, and they're going to have to pay a fee to be like a certified trainer for California, because that's what California does. They regulate stuff so then they can make money off of every part of the process. So we're going to be paying, drivers are going to be paying an application fee for their permit and for their endorsements and all that crap. And then these guys are going to have to pay a fee to be anyway. Everyone has to pay the California everything for everything. Blind Sight, what's up? He says, "Sup, man? Just woke up here. Forgot to set my alarm and I need a few more hours of sleep. Saw your live notification popping in to say hi. Be good out there." All right, thank you, sir. Be good up there in Idaho. You to what? Diesel and Farmer Brothers said, I have three guys straight from school, and they really didn't teach them anything, basically to turn off the truck and on and off the truck, and that's it. And they paid $3,000 each. Yeah, my buddy. I mean, basically they just teach you how to pass the test, and that's it. My buddy said that's all he learned, and so once he got his first job, his first job didn't give him the best like in-person training. They just put him in a truck and made him follow someone around, and that was his training. And so he was struggling. He was trying to figure stuff out on his own. His whole first year was like just figuring stuff out. So Brian Collins said, such a dapper feller. I'm a dapper damn man. But yeah, thanks. I think you're talking about me. I don't know. I mean, I'm down. It's kind of a cool adjective. The dapper pronoun. Why do I mess stuff up? I don't even know what my words are. I don't know English. Trucking Together said they do that so the sun wakes you up and not housekeeping. Yeah, I mean, but who wants the sun to wake you up? I mean, I actually do. I enjoy that, but Curtis Jarvis said 65 on Highway 4. Be careful of that, bro. I don't know what stretch of Highway 4 you were on, but be careful. 65 on Highway 4. Oh man, Highway 4 is my old stomping grounds. Trucking Together said, I say go 62 here. Watch yourself on 58. They will get you after Lost Hills too. Yeah, I just talk about like the long stretches of 99 and I-5. All the trucks seem to be going about 64, 65. And you just tuck in with a group of them and run yourself a little convoy, and with rubber duck and pig pen. All right. Trucking Together said, I hire people out of school that pay $5,000 and they don't know squat. But like Nick said, it's paying to pass the test, and that's it. Yep. That's what it is. Daniel Yoder, what's up? What's up? All right, this time I'm sure that I got all of the actual chats because I didn't see any more come in because I'm on live chat now. All right, so yeah, time for the song and dance. Let's see. Diesel and Farmer Brothers said, if you ever want to use new music with uncopyrighted music, let's see. Curtis Galvez Jarvis said Brentwood to Stockton. Brentwood to Stockton, rolling through Highway 4. Careful on those bridges. People get a little crazy on those drawbridges out there. A little bit crazy. Especially those sulfur trucks. Watch out for those sulfur trucks. Although it's Saturday night, there shouldn't be too many of them out. Really not too many loads going to Stockton on this night. Let's see. Diesel and Farm Brothers. Yeah, I was waiting for the second part of this comment. There we go. He said use magic music on YouTube. Sorry, I forgot to put this part on my last message. Yeah. So what I do for my music is I go on to the YouTube Studio music library, and then I just try to find cool music on there. And I kind of have like a collection that I've downloaded that I like, and I kind of I like the idea of using kind of the same or close to the same ones, or like a rotation of the same songs, because I think it kind of, I don't know, it like brands your videos a little bit to where like that song identifies as like your channel. And like, I don't know, for most people the music isn't, it like me putting a new song on there or something isn't going to make a big deal to them. Like they're not going to be like, oh wow, I really like this instrumental portion of this video. Like, I don't know, it's cool for what it is, but yeah, it's but yeah, I like the ones I have, and then occasionally I try and find new ones. Like, I don't know if you could watch the video where I changed music when I was like in New Mexico. I did like Mexican music, a little banda type music, and then I switched over to like Texas and I did a different type of music, stuff like that. So I did that. Curtis Galvez Jarvis said signature soundtrack. Exactly. You get it. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. The Swerve, so that's the back roads. Highway 4. Yep. Highway 4. Yep, rolling through. Why can't I think of that stupid little town right now? I don't know why. Discovery Bay, Disco Bay. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. It's like it was right there and it wouldn't come out. But yeah, rolling through Discovery Bay, across those S curves on the those drawbridges and all that. Exactly. Let's see. Martin said that singing, the voice is like a combination of Fergie and Jesus. Oh, on one of my old videos, I actually started singing "My Humps, My Humps." Oh, it was embarrassing. Damon Harvey said, "Are the girls watching?" You know what? I'm not sure. I don't know if they are. My wife checked in earlier, but she hasn't commented anything so far. So I don't. It's 7:20 out there, so the sun's still up. I know they went to a swimming pool earlier. It's probably still 100 and something degrees out there right now, so I'm not sure. They're probably not watching. They're probably still swimming in the pool, having fun without me, while I'm sitting here in a hotel room with Miles. Let's see. Big Bob Norero. Hello, Nick. I saw you're in Alabama. We are. Greenbow, Alabama. We are in Alabama, having fun in Auburn, Alabama. Diesel and Farmer Brothers said, haha, yeah, I saw that one. But yeah, I use the website. I try to use new songs every video. Yeah. Now, some of your songs, they have like actual lyrics and stuff, right? Because that's kind of different. That's cool. Damon Harvey said, how was that rental gig with Silva? How'd that work? I'll tell you how that worked. They told me what it would be, and I said, okay, let's do it. And then they raised the price on me as soon as I paid off my shop bills on my old truck. And then they raised it again when I paid off the old truck. So each time I thought I would be kind of making more money, they kept raising the price of the truck rental until it was like just below what you would pay like Penske or something like that to rent a truck. Especially when it got busy and I did a lot of miles. I was paying like $800-900 a week to rent a truck. That was like an old, well, I mean, it's not old, but it was, you know, it was like a 2012 386 with, you know, stuff that didn't work that good. So that was what the rental gig with Silva was like. It was a flat fee per day plus a certain amount per mile. So that's how that worked. When I first agreed to it, it was $80 a day, $400 a week. That's now, and I was like, dude, that's awesome. But I still had the truck payment, and I still had shop bills to pay down, like $20,000 in shop bills. I still owed like 20 something thousand, 30,000 on the truck, and then I had this thing. So I was like just barely surviving when I was doing that. And then once I paid off the shop bills, because we were chunking it away, boom, 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 and then they raised it up to like $600 a week. And then once I paid off the truck, I was like, okay, good. Now it's gonna be $600 a week, and we're gonna be good. And then they bumped it up to $800 a week, so 800 to 900. So Curtis Galvez Jarvis said it's hot as frick, and he's in Stockton. So yeah, my family, I'm sure they're still whatchamacallit, swimming in the pool. I was laughing because I saw Trucking Together comment. She said maybe she's mad about that babe conversation. Yeah, Michael Scott and Jan and their whole scene about hey babe, hey babe, hey babe. So kind of made me embarrassed to ever have said that ever in my life. But Tina Jenkins says your parents are here. Hello, mother. Hello, father. I'm sure you're watching too. Love you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Mom, hope you aren't working too hard. I know it's busy this time of year. The Swerve. Hope not national anthem, Fergie. That was like terrible, but I could hear what she was trying to do, and it was almost cool. Almost. She just got a little pitchy, dog. Little pitchy. She just missed it. Ruben Caballero, have you ever had a mind point in your min point in your record? A minus point on your record. I see your correction there. Okay. Autocorrect got you. Got you good. Have I ever had a minus point on my record? I think I did. I mean, I got in an accident. Think like I had bought the truck. I'd only had the truck for like 4 months or something like that. And this girl in a little blue like Nissan Sentra or something like that just stayed in my blind spot for like 2 miles, and I had seen her already in my rear view. You kind of always keep track of like who's around you, and so I kind of knew she was there. But then there was a blue car up ahead of me too, like another one that was. It was probably like a Toyota Corolla, and she was in like a Nissan Sentra, or maybe vice versa. I don't remember, but they were like the same color car. And so one got off the freeway, and then so I was sitting there, and I look in my mirror, and I'm like, all right, I was behind this really slow pickup, and he was in like the second lane from the right. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get in the right lane, and I'm gonna pass this dude because he's going super slow. And so I was waiting for him to get over once that car got off the freeway, and he didn't go over. So then I put on my blinker, and I just started to go over. And I was in a day cab. I looked in my mirror. It was clear. I was good to go. So when that car got off the freeway, she didn't accelerate at all. She just still stayed right there in my blind spot. And I just barely started to move over, and my lug nuts just ripped a whole can opener hole in her passenger or in her driver's side rear door. And so I'm sure that was a minus point. Because, I did the right thing, and I just owned up to it. Said, yeah, that was my bad. I didn't see her there. So, let's see. Diesel and Farmer Brother said, do you think you would ever switch up your video editing style into those short videos or stay with the long format videos? I mean, if they find a way to like monetize the shorter videos, I could put out like 7 or 8 short videos a day, and if they're going to pay me good to do it. But right now, it seems like the longer format is where you get the money. So, that's just that's where I'm at with it. Is like that. So Moses Sosa said Suns or Bucks. Dude, I'm so out of the loop on basketball. They kind of like turned me off to the whole sport a little bit, just with the way they handle everything the last like 5 years. I mean, I never was like the biggest basketball fan. I've always been a football guy, but yeah. So I don't know, Suns or Bucks. I guess it's kind of cool that both of them are kind of new. They haven't been in a while. I know the Suns used to be good with back in the day, but Bucks, I don't know that they ever were like contenders, like true contenders. But let's see. Damon Harvey said, "Did you already talk about your plans to return west? Loads, more schools." So we're doing Auburn on Monday and Ole Miss on Wednesday, and Ole Miss is our last stop before we start going heading back west. But I don't have any loads planned. I'm just on the load boards trying to find stuff that connects us where we need to go. So that's kind of where that is, Damon Harvey. I don't know yet. The Swerve said, "Oh snap, had a similar incident in Twin Falls. No point though. Twin Falls, Idaho. Yeah, I don't know if I had a point or not. To be honest, I never checked it. I never looked to see. It was when I was leased on with Silva, so I never had anything that like. I always paid like a flat amount for them. Well, they take a percentage of the loads actually for your our insurance. So like I don't know if my insurance like went higher or lower or anything. I was doing the easy thing that I just kind of like just did it. I just worked like a company employee that owned my own truck. That's all I did. Martin said, "I once pushed a BMW in front of my W900 for a good eighth of a mile on the highway in Chicago. Guy snuck around some construction cones and snuck right in front of me. Cop was cool though, cited them." Yeah, if you can prove that, or if you have at least one witness, that would be the way to go, because yeah, in these hood trucks, you can't see up in that right front corner. Like if someone's going to do something like that. You guys remember that video though? That video of the Mike Lowry driver when that guy like hit the driver's side of the guy's like back trailer on his doubles trailers, and he was just getting drugged sideways. And the guy just kept going for like, I don't know, man, like a mile, maybe 2. He just kept going. It was really fun. Really funny video. Yeah. All right, Curtis Galvez Jarvis said Suns in 4. Trucking Together said sports suck. Trucking is where it's at. Yeah, I think that's kind of what happened with me in sports too. Is like I don't have as much time on my hands to get invested in what a bunch of grown men are doing. Playing kids games. I mean, like I said, I'm a football guy, so come football season, I'll be watching, and that's just kind of the way I am. But yeah, that I don't know. Sports are good. Sports are good, but I'm just not as into them anymore. Trucking's where it's at. Jesse Rosso said, "Dang, big dog, are you going to Alabama A&M?" No, not Alabama A&M. We're just going to Auburn. Auburn is the only school in Alabama that we're going to get to. Curtis said, "Get a load out of Florida." Yeah, I mean, from Mississippi, which is where we're going next. I don't know that I want to backtrack that far. I'm still trying to keep my mileage a little bit lower because I'm out of state. So it's going to be trying to not put tons of out of state miles, because I need to. I can only do 10% of my miles out of state, out of California, until 2023. Jesse Rossa said, "So you're going to start checking out houses back east?" We've already been. So that is, that's already happened. We're already like, we got plans. We got plans. Truck Together said we were just talking about that video. I made some sweet memes off that Lowry's incident. Lowry's, I don't have anything nice to say about them. Hey, they got a bunch of 389s. 388s, 389s. It's cool, right? That's something nice you can say about them. At least they, oh dang. At least they have nice trucks or decent trucks. The Swerve said bang bang Niner gang, and it kind of distracted me because I was like, oh man, it's like I'm a huge, gigantic, massive Cincinnati Bengals fan. So the Bengals, the only time they make the Super Bowl, seems like the Niners beat them once before I was born and once when I was 4 years old, 5 years old. So yeah. Jesse Rosso, thanks for checking out my 359 on YouTube. Yep, Jesse Rosso. I did check it out. That's a cool truck. Really cool truck. Let's see. Damon Harvey said we will be watching for that last big load west. Maybe a load of swinging chickens. Ask the Southern boys. Yeah, that's people said that if I'm trying to get a load from Alabama back west, that I'd probably be hauling chicken again. So I don't know. I was looking at the low board before I went live right now, and there's not a lot there. There really isn't for next week. There's not a lot going west. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what comes up. There was some more ice cream out of Covington, Tennessee, and it was going down to like Dallas, and then I figured maybe I could get something from Dallas out west, out to California. But I was like, I don't want to do ice cream again, and I don't really want to I want to get home, but I'll take a lower paying load just to get home. I want to go home. I want to go home, Forrest. So, yeah. Jesse Rosso, yeah, bro. Yeah. And honestly, like if you want to build your channel up, dude, just keep posting videos about that truck. Just keep posting videos, and people will start watching them, bro. And then we'll get you shouted out over here, and then we'll get them. We'll get you built up, bro. We'll get you built up because it ain't no thing, dude. Ain't no thing. And you got a cool truck, and that's like, I mean, my channel went from like 1,000 subscribers to like whatever it's at now, 5,000, because I got a cool truck. And you got a cool truck, so it'd be easy. Be easy to grow your channel with that truck, man. Really would. Diesel and Farmer Brothers said the Cincinnati Bongos. Yeah, the Bungles. That's what everyone calls them, huh? The Bungles. But yeah, I've been a fan since I was a kid, since I was 4. I kind of followed around some of my favorite players when I was like 10, 11, somewhere in there. But I was always kind of a Bengals fan also. But when you're like 10 years old and you see Barry Sanders playing football, you automatically have to become a Barry Sanders fan. I'm sorry, but the best running back of all time, or at least top 2 or 3. Let's see. The Swerve said lots of brokers post last minute. Race usually good that way. Yeah, it's hard though when you're waiting, like to wait till the last minute when you've got like places that you need to be at a certain time. It's hard to like wait till the last minute, because then if you miss out, I'm not like sitting at home relaxing like the way Just Trucking does it over in South Carolina. If he misses out on a load, he's like, oh darn, I'm hanging out with my family at the house. I'm not worried about it. Whereas me, I'm like, oh dang, I missed out on this load. Now we're not going to get where we want to be, or I'm not going to get get home in time for my to see my family and all that. I want to get home. So anyway, yeah, the last minute rates are always the best rates, but the last minute loads, sometimes you can miss out on them too, because you can be holding out for a rate, and someone else will come in and be willing to do it for a little bit less than what you're willing to do it for, and maybe you miss out. Maybe they're trying to get out of there, like for 2,000, and you're trying to get them up to 2,500, and then someone else comes in at 2,400, and then you miss the load, and you're like, dang, I probably would have done it for 24, but I just was holding out for them to bump up from 2,000 to wherever they would end up bumping up, and then they end up giving it to someone else, And then you're sitting there going, oh crap, I wanted to get down to Alabama, or I wanted to, check out South Carolina or whatever. So anyway, so it's kind of hard sometimes to wait for the last minute loads, because unless you got like a broker that's like, hey, I got a load coming up tonight, this guy's gonna blah 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 blah, or if it comes through, if the shipper ends up saying they want to do it, there's lots of things that can go wrong, but you can get the last minute loads are the way to go if you have the patience, and if you're like somewhere where you can hang out in time to get the load. So Martin said, get a load up to the Chicago area or head around Omaha. Omaha! That's a football reference. You can get a good rate out of there, plenty of loads. Okay, I was wondering about Nebraska, because there was a load going to Nebraska from, I think it was another ice cream load, but it was paying like really good for the mileage. Forget what it was, but I saw the mileage on there, and I was like, that's a good rate per mile, but it was going to not Omaha, but somewhere further, Platte, Nebraska. But I mean, how far is Platte, Nebraska to backtrack to Omaha? Or even it's paying so good. Like, what, could I get into, Boise or something and drop down into California from there with some potatoes or something? I don't know. I'd have to run the numbers and see. But anyway, but yeah, load up. So that was my idea, was maybe I'll go up to the Chicago market, somewhere up there, and then get something from there to California, because I know if there's good paying freight to California, like really good paying freight, it's going to come from Chicago. It's not going to come from the Midwest or the South. It's just not. It'll come from Chicago or somewhere up there. Jesse Rosso said, hey, I hope you run into Gentry and Sons or Libra Dude. Those are other YouTubers, or even Bruce Wilson. Okay, I've watched Gentry and Sons, but I haven't watched those other ones. This is actually the second time someone said Libra Dude to me. Maybe it was you that mentioned it, but someone mentioned, I think it was you, a comment like that he had done a whole video on that Kenworth that I saw over there at the chicken farm. Martin said bananas come out of the port in Mississippi up to the Chicago area a lot. Gotcha. Damon Harvey said, wait, I missed the whole ice cream thing. What's the big issue? Oh, I just had a hard time getting the trailer to get down to temperature. It didn't want to get down there. Diesel and Farm Brother said it's not easy growing a YouTube channel. You have to be consistent. Yeah, that's what I mean though, is like if you just keep posting videos, it you're gonna grow. Like, you're gonna be able to get into the niche that you're getting into. And when you're posting videos on a regular basis, people like you'll develop a following and a viewer base, and then from there it'll keep growing. So it's hard to kind of like be to like get the ball rolling and get it started, but I think Jesse Rosso, if I remember right, I think he already has like some people, some subscribers already to his channel and stuff, because he's had his channel for a while. But I think he hasn't put very many videos out. If I remember right, I think that's what it was when I went and looked. So the Swerve said, how long have you been doing reefer? Since I got the trailer like 3 months ago. And then part of the time that I've had the trailer, about half the time I was running the mail for 10 Roads. So I've been doing power only for them, and I had the trailer parked. So I probably have done 10 loads with it so far or something like that. Like, I really haven't done much reefer at all. So like 2.5, 3 months, something like that. 2 months? Something like that. It hasn't been very long. I'm still learning a lot. In fact, Big Bob, who was in here earlier, Bob Narrero, he always leaves comments for me to teach me stuff, because I have no clue about reefers. And then Martin too. Martin knows about a lot of stuff. Damon Harvey said, okay, got to grab the huge rack of ribs off the grill. Take care. See you on the next vid. All right, Damon. Have a good night. Hope you're having a good season. Hope the tomatoes are good. Martin said, North Platte is a good 280 miles away. That whole area between Des Moines, Omaha is decent. Lots of meat packing plants. Gotcha. Ernest Sutton said, do you watch Trucking with Tay? I do. He's one of the guys that like subscribers turned me onto, and they were like, "Hey, you got to watch this guy." So I started watching him, and then Wildbeard, kind of always reps trucking with Tay, so I started watching him based on those guys. So yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome. Like I don't know, like if I could emulate anyone, it would probably be him and Wildbeard, just because they're so energetic and happy, and they make trucking fun, and that's just, I don't know, that's my style. If I could like emulate them more than I do, because I'm sure I do a little bit in my videos. Like I try to act a fool, and I feel like, hopefully it's their influence, because honestly, they, like when I watch their videos, they make me happy. Like, and I like that. I think it's cool. So yes, I do watch Trucking with Tay. Diesel and Farmer Brothers said, "Hey, have you watched High Strung videos?" Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's kind of bummed what he's going through right now, because we're not seeing the high strung truck, or the what did he call that truck? Was it high strung? I don't remember, but I know he changed the name of his channel recently, and he's going through some crap. So anyway, let's see. Martin said, "I thought Bruce Wilson is in prison, so hope you don't get to meet him, Nick." Oh yeah, that's how it is. So Jesse Rosso said, "You're absolutely right. Thanks again, bro." Yeah, dude. Yep. I mean, you got like most of everything for your channel already in place. Just come up with a clever name. I mean, or you can just roll with your name, and just eventually it'll become a household name. I mean, people thought my name was too long, and that Velox 18 is hard to say, and that was most of the feedback I got was like, "Oh, that's kind of a long name. Are you sure you don't want to shorten it up?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm just gonna roll with it." But eventually, it's kind of just like everyone's kind of rolled with it. Although when I end up moving out of California, I think I'm just going to drop the Trucking California altogether, and it'll just be Velox 18. That'll be my channel name. So hopefully it'll be easier for people to remember and say and stuff when I do that. But for now, I'm just going to leave it how it is, since that's what it's been, and kind of build up the channel, continue to build up the channel. So let's see. Ernest Sutton said, "Trucking with Tay is entertaining and fun to watch." He is, man. Like super entertaining and super fun to watch for sure. The Swerve said, "When I did Reefer, definitely was on the YouTube a lot and Googling." Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, I learned everything from this. And honestly, so being like a YouTuber, a lot of guys, when they get on YouTube, they want to be like the expert, right? And so they come in and they're like, "Okay, so here's what you want to do, and here's what you got to do." And even if they don't know that much, they still want to come in as the expert. And I'm just not that dude. And so actually me coming in as like saying, "Hey, I have no idea what I'm doing," has opened the door for all my subscribers who actually know what they're doing to give me feedback and give me information that I wouldn't have learned otherwise. So I got a lot of people who've given me, like I had a subscriber come in and give me like schematics for like all the different numbers of pallets, like if it's a 19 pallet load, or if it's a 20 pallet load, or if it's a 17 pallet load, like how he would have them, load the trailer, because I had no idea how to tell them to load the trailer. Like they'd be like, "How do you want it loaded?" And I'd be like safely? I don't know. like load it how you loaded the last guy. I don't know. And so now I'm kind of getting a feel for that kind of stuff. And anyway, I've learned a lot from all of my subscribers. So it's opened like YouTube is like, it's like a reverse YouTube. So like, yeah, I'm watching videos to learn, but also like my subscribers are like, "Hey dude, make sure you do this." Big Bob Narrero is like, "Hey, make sure you plug the drain holes with saran wrap when you're doing a freezer load, because you want to get the temperature down quicker." Other subscribers are like, "Hey, put a bulkhead in the middle of the trailer when you're trying to get the trailer down to temperature," which I think is funny, because it's like totally cheating, but that's how they get it down to temperature, is they get that bulkhead, they put it there, so then you're just cooling the front of the trailer and all that. So anyway, these guys know what they're doing. They got their tricks of the trade, and I'm just trying to learn them little by little. Davis, I'm going to mess up your name, but Scalercio, keep up the great work. Love your truck. Getting my CDL in 2 weeks. See you on the road. Nice. Get your CDL in 2 weeks. I like it. That's fun, dude. It's fun. Opens up a whole new world of opportunities, and it's hard work. It's hard work, but it's fun. Jesse Rosso said no. Bruce Wilson is suspended off YouTube for a year, but his year is coming up, and so I don't know who this Bruce Wilson guy is, but if he was suspended off YouTube for a year, I wonder what he did. That sounds like someone I got to steer clear of. Let's see. Jesse Rosso said no El Gordo Velox. El Gordo Velox. All right. Is it song and dance time again? We got to do a song and dance. Amor, un año para siglo yo volveré. Song and dance. Yeah, no. That was as much as singing as you're going to get. All right. Well, I was kind of hoping my wife would be in here, like chatting it up the whole time, but obviously, she's got better things to do, and it feels late over here. It is late over here. It's 10:50 at night, and she's like, the sun's still up. It's still 100 degrees something, and they're probably still at the pool. Martin said, "Go with Fergie." I'm telling you, one of my videos, I started singing my humps, and it was embarrassing. I was like, why is this going to do it? The Swerve says, staying reefer or going to jump to dry van when the market corrects? Well, I bought the reefer, so I'm reefer for life now. Alice said it's the babe thing, telling you. Yeah, I ticked her off. I ticked her off real good. No, she's not the silent type. If I tick her off, I know about it. She doesn't do the whole like I'm just going to ignore you thing. That's not her style. She's more assertive, aggressive. She's from Stockton. You guys know what that is. That's where she grew up. Till 8th grade, she was living in Stockton. And she lived in Fox Creek, which I don't know anything about, but supposedly it's like a bad neighborhood. So, Diesel and Farmer Brother said it's cooling down over here right now. It's 88 degrees. Woo! Hey, if you're under 90, it feels good over there, though. Martin said, if I take mine off, she won't leave me alone either. Yeah, see? There's no like silent treatment. That'd be like, rewarding bad behavior. When she stayed at home, she'd call till I picked up. That's funny. I got a friend. He does that. He'll just keep calling back and keep calling back and keep calling back. And I didn't have his number saved, and I don't know why I didn't have his number saved, but maybe he changed his number. I don't know why I didn't, because I could have swore I had his number saved, but anyway, he'll just keep calling and keep calling and keep calling. So when me and Miles were on our trip, our tour at Belmont, I kept getting this missed call from 209, and so finally I was like, shoot, I better find out who this is because someone really needs to get a hold of me. And then I called him, or I answered, hey, hello, and he's like, hey man, what's up? How's it going? And I'm like, oh, it's just you. Like, I was really happy to hear from him. Like, it was really good to hear from him. But I was kind of like, all right, well, I'm busy, but I'll give you a call back later. I'll talk to you later. I'll call you again. But Roberto MGZZ. Why did I read that as Gomez? I think I'm like a little bit dyslexic right there. Roberto. I'm just going to call you Roberto, all right? We're going to skip the MGZZ at the end of it. How's Alabama treating you, bro? It is treating me good, man. The truck's dirty because there's so many dang thunderstorms here every single night and every single day. But not just Alabama, like the whole South, it's like that. So anyway, you can haul dry van loads with the reefer. Yeah, it's dark over here already. It's 8:50. Yeah, Jesse. Yeah, there's a lot of loads that I can get that are dry van loads, but I'll be honest, dry van loads don't pay as good as reefer loads. From what I mean, when I'm just looking at the load boards, they just don't even compare. So I've yet to haul a dry load in my reefer. It just never makes sense. It's like I'd have to take like way less of a rate. So like I'm consistently getting over $4 a mile on almost everything I do in the reefer, and I'd be having to take stuff for like way less than that for the whatchamacallit. Curtis Jarvis said hazmat in the reefer. Yeah, I don't have my hazmat license. I have my hazmat endorsement as a part of my CDL, but when you have your own carrier, your own numbers, you have to have a hazmat license or a hazmat permit for your carrier, and you have to get insurance for that, and you have to do. So I don't have all of that, so I'm not going to haul anything that needs to be placarded. Any hazmat, I'm not going to be doing. So let's see. Diesel and Farmer Brothers said I was born in French camp and my wife is Mexican. I'll get my butt chewed before I get the silent treatment. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Curtis is just laughing, trucking together. Did you call him back yet? Why you gotta ask me that? Why you gotta ask me that in front of everybody? That's messed up. Curtis said it's the hood. Did you hear that, Jessica? Jessica's back. Yeah, while still going. Yeah, I was actually looking for you just now. I was wondering where you were at. I was kind of hoping you'd be in here hanging out with me a little more, but then I cut you some slack because I figured it's late here, but it's still pretty early there. So figured you were still at the pool and stuff. But yeah, just told everyone you grew up in Fox Creek. And then Curtis said it's the hood with extra O's in there. Hood. Let's see. Trucking Together said it's messed up you didn't call him back yet. A little bit, but you gotta. It's a little bit like he calls me, I don't call him kind of thing. All right, that's just kind of the way it is. I'll call him back. I will. Now you made me feel bad about it. So Jessica said, "Well, you left me alone with 3 kids." I did, and you guys are going to the pool like every day.
Yo, what the heck, bro?
And Jessica said straight hood. Fox Creek is straight hood. Remember I saw that picture of that guy and he had tattooed underneath his eyes, hood rich. Like it's almost like they were football like glare, stuff. Martin said, "What if he's watching this live?" Man, I hope he is, because I actually love the guy. I like him, but yeah, if he's watching this live, hey, call me back, bro. I'll talk to you. I got time for you. I just didn't have time for you the other day, but I got time for you now. Oh, it disconnected and reconnected. All right, cool. Yeah, Trucking Together said, "I'm just here laughing." She is laughing. But yeah, no, my buddy, yeah, no. Why do we say that in California? Yeah, no, yeah. So
Yeah,
dumb.
no, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Say that over.
I don't know why. But anyway, he actually called me, so he was talking about how he does watch the channel, and he was like, "Man, I've been watching your YouTube channel. I love your truck." So I was like, "Oh, cool." Kind of he's buying a truck and he's getting his stuff going. So anyway, he's a cool guy, and I will call him back. He just caught me at a bad time. All right. Diesel and Farmer Brothers said, "Jessica, I was about to start playing the world's smallest violin for your husband because he was crying for you." Yeah, a little bit. You guys don't understand, man. You guys don't understand. My wife and I have been married for 18 years this August. 18 years. You realize I'm 37 years old. That's more than half my life I've been with that woman. And we've never spent more than what?
I've been with that woman.
I have been with that woman for, it'll be 18 years this August. And so we dated for a year and a half before we got married. So I've been with that woman for more than half my life. I've never spent more than since we've been married, and really since our engagement. Yeah, since the summer of 2002. The summer of 2002, since that time, that's the last time that I've spent this long away from my wife. Never been away from her for more than a few days. Few days for conferences or retreats and stuff like that. We've never been apart from each other this long. So I may have been crying for her. All right. So you can play that violin, and you know what? You play that violin, then I'm gonna pour some wine, and me and my wife will have a nice little date with the violin in the background. Boom. See? It's awesome. I just flipped that on its head. Jessica said she lived on Fox Creek for 5 years. Yeah. Ernest Sutton said X15 or 3406. We want the truth. I've never driven a 3406, never owned one. I've only had an X15 for 3 months now. I had a C13 Caterpillar, so it was a little smaller than the 3406. So, but it leaked a lot of oil, had a lot of blow by at 700,000 miles. So, yeah. So I don't know. I don't have an answer for that one. The 3406. Jesse Rosso said, like we say, Yumbo Yak. I had to say it out loud to understand what you're talking about. I don't know why you're bringing Jack in the Box into this, but that's funny. A Yumbo Yak. Oh man. Ruben Caballero said, do you plan on trying new things in the future, like car hauling, step deck, lowboy, etc.? I think it's possible. I had an opportunity to do some car hauling with a guy that lives in Manteca or Lathrop, Manteca, I forget. But he offered me to rent a car hauling trailer from him, like a 7-car that I could pull with my truck. And I almost did it, but then I bought the reefer trailer right at the same time. So, yeah. Yumbo Yak. That's really funny. The Yumbo Yak. Curtis said Cali Lingo. Cali Lingo. I know the no yeah no. No yeah no. Diesel Brother said, oh God, I didn't want to play the violin for that. Jesse Rosso said, dang dog, you're only 37. Oh, Char's 37 again. Yeah, 37 with the 17-year-old kid. And like I said, been married to my wife since I was 19. So we had 11 months of marriage before we had our first kid. So Miles came up on us quick, ran up on us like he was carjacking us. Nublarg. So, are you moving to the south and buying a huge house on 20 acres for less than your California house? Well, we've been renting in California. We've missed out on the gold rush of buying a house when the market was really low. I wasn't trucking at that time, and so I got laid off from a company during the whole economic downturn and all that. So we were not in a position to buy a house when the market went down. And then as I've built up my career in trucking, the prices have built up as well. So we still are renting. But I would love to move to the south, and I'd love to buy a huge house on maybe not 20 acres, but a little bit of property, big enough that I can park the truck on it. And yeah, and then yeah, I just want a pool. That's it. That's all I want. I want a house with a pool and somewhere to park the truck. I'll live in a trailer. My wife, not so much. She's like, yeah, we're not gonna live in an area that gets tornadoes and live in a trailer or a prefabricated house. And I'm like, oh, we're good. Ain't no thing. But yeah. Let's see. Elmer Guzman said, what are some good trucking companies in Southern California? You know what? I don't know, man. I really don't. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think, there's a channel with a guy who's based in Fontana that would probably know a lot more about that kind of stuff. Because number one, he's just a more knowledgeable guy than me in the first place. But then also that's where he's based is Vic Med. Is that? I feel like I'm messing it up. Vic Med on YouTube. So go check out his channel. He's got a bunch of knowledge about that stuff. He does some box trucks, but he also does semis, big rigs. So yeah, I'm thinking he would have a better answer for you, because I really don't I really don't know. I've really only worked for like 3 companies, and then I have my own. So the Swerve was a reefer easier to find. It was for me. I was looking for dry vans everywhere, and everywhere I called, they wouldn't have them. They'd be on truck paper. I'd call them, and they'd say, "Oh, it's gone, man. That's way gone. We don't have anything." And then the reefer, I just called on it. He had it. I put a deposit down on it without even seeing it. I drove by, looked at it, said I want it, and then yeah, I had to get some financing issues taken care of on it, but took like a week to get the whole financing situated and everything, and then I went and picked it up. So it was easy. But then someone else asked me like, "Hey, so where'd you get the trailer?" So I told them, "Oh yeah, Thermo King in Fresno." And then they called him and they said they don't got anything. He's like, "Yeah, I'm wiped out. I have nothing left." So maybe I just got lucky. I don't know. Edgar Hernandez Carvajal said, "Any tips for those in the process of getting a CDL?" Man, just study the pre-trip. That's the hardest part, is memorizing the pre-trip. Driving a truck, you'll figure it out, and you'll practice, and you'll do good at it. It's not like the craziest thing to learn. The hardest thing is getting your getting your pre-trip inspection down and making sure you don't miss anything, and actually try to like understand as much of it as you can. It's hard sometimes if like a lot of the parts are new to you, and like you don't, like I didn't know trucks at all, so I was like memorizing stuff, but it was almost like just memorizing verbiage. And then afterwards, once I like started getting more experience in trucking, then it was like, oh, so that's what they meant by like gear driven instead of belt driven, or here's where the, because every truck's a little different too. So you practice your pre-trip on one truck, and then you get to another truck and you're like, I don't understand like the process of how the compressor works with the engine, or how this component is. So anyway, so you kind of, the more you can understand that stuff, the better, because like it's just memorizing that thing is one thing, but then understanding it all is better. If you can get into like the workings of the truck and actually understand what you're looking at, you're going to do a lot better in trucking. Diesel and Farming Brothers said we got married at 19 as well. Yeah, it's cool because you grow up together. Like it's easy to blend your lives together when you're young like that. It just you're not like stuck in your ways yet. I mean, you're dumb in a lot of ways, and like you have a lot to learn, so it's hard in that way. But then you learn things together as a couple instead of like I have friends who get married in like their mid-30s, and it's really hard to like blend 2 fully independent lives together. Whereas when you're still in school, or still like, my wife had just graduated college and I was still in college, and then we got married, and it was kind of like pretty easy to blend our lives together. My mom got married a week after her 17th birthday. Can you believe that? My dad was robbing the cradle. He was 20. 21. Elmer Guzman. What are good companies in California? Not just Southern California. Dude, it's hard. It's really hard to like recommend companies, because like you hear good things about some companies, and then you hear like really bad things about other companies. And it just depends on who you're talking to. And so I used to recommend the company I used to run for as a good place to like start, but I kind of haven't had a good relationship with them since I left there. So I kind of stopped recommending people to go over there. But if you want to go over there, you can go to Silva Trucking in Stockton, in French Camp, California. They're not like the worst company out there, but yeah, I'm also not excited about endorsing them. So Nublarg said, Tennessee, bruh, mild summers, mild winters, and east side equals no tornadoes. And the east side is amazing, dude. East side is amazing. I was sitting there driving, anything east of Nashville and between Nashville and Knoxville is like, dude, beautiful. Like I was sitting there driving in the evening time. Once you get past Lebanon, you're just out there in the hills, and it's awesome. It's awesome. Let's see. Diesel and Farm. Oh, hold on. What am I saying? Elmer Guzman said, thanks. Nice Peterbilt, by the way. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Josh Condone. When you go back to California, are you going back on I-10 or I-40? It really depends on where the load takes me. If I end up going down to like Texas first and then coming over, I might do 10. I don't know. If I might go back 80 if I go up to Chicago and then cut. I don't know. It just depends on where the loads go, where the loads take me. Joe said, "Where does the name Velox 18 come from?" Velox is Latin for velocity. So I kind of
It's pronounced Velox. I'm pretty sure that's what Parker said.
Velox. That's awesome. Velox. That's even
I
cool.
think ask him. I forget.
I don't know if my nephew's in here. How do you what's the phonetic pronunciation of Velox? Is it Velox? Because that's kind of funny. But anyway, so Velox is the Latin root word for velocity, and then 18 is just 18 wheels. And it came about because I was trying to think of a name for my trucking company, and every single name that I could think of was taken by somebody somewhere, and I wanted to have an original name, so came up with something. There's actually Velox Trucking and Velox Transport, and there's some Velox companies out there. So I put the 18 on there just to be original, and it actually my brother was like, the number thing, I don't know if I like it, and my brother's like pretty good about like that kind of stuff, branding and marketing kind of stuff. He's a graphic designer, and he has like a good mind and a good eye for that kind of stuff. And he was like, man, I don't know about the whole 18 thing. I think you should maybe just do something else. And I don't know. I just kind of got stubborn about it, and I was like, yeah, no, I think I'm going to leave it. I think I'm going to keep it. So anyway, so that's where Velox 18 came from. Just from like Google searching a million different company names and trying to come up with something original that no one else had done, and kind of just started getting a little bit out of the box when I started thinking about different names. And I was trying to think of something that would look good in a logo, and that's where my brother was like, dude, I don't like the way the 18 looks on the logo. And I'm like, it's I think it's cool. My first logo had like XVIII for the 18, like it was in Roman numerals instead of the numeric form. But anyway, Diesel and Farmer Brothers said, yeah, exactly. We've been together since 2015. We got married by civil in 2017 and church wedding in 2019. My wife said, so you guys are pretty young still. Hello, YouTube 541 is responding to Elmer Guzman. Hello, YouTube 541 said Russo Brothers in Sacramento if you have 3 years experience. And then Martin said it depends on what you want to do. And then my wife said, didn't Smyrna just have a tornado go through last year? Yeah, Nashville did. Nashville and Smyrna. But east of that is what he's saying. East of Nashville, it gets more hilly, and you get into like just some amazing country. It's awesome up there. And I don't think tornadoes go through there very much. I think once you hit hills, tornadoes aren't as common, right? I'm a Californian and I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think that's kind of how they work. I don't know. The Swerve said, go with the company you don't hear bad crap about. That's impossible, bro. That's impossible because there's no company that you don't hear bad crap about. Everyone has crap to say about everyone else in somewhere. There's an unhappy employee, a disgruntled employee talking crap about a company somewhere. Trucking Together said, endorse us for people wanting a job. We are hiring for team drivers for FedEx trucks in Tracy. Well, there you go. You guys want to get hired on for team drivers in Tracy and run FedEx trucks? Message Trucking Together. Hit them up. Diesel and Farmer Brothers saying the same thing. Cough, cough. West Coast Harvesting and Packing Inc. is a good company. That's right. You told me you guys were having a hard time finding drivers too. You guys got a bunch of trucks. So Martin said, what's with California people and tornadoes? They're not that big of a deal.
Same thing with earthquakes.
I was going to say, I don't think earthquakes are anything. Like, I've felt one earthquake in my entire life, and I've spent my entire life in California. So I don't know. That's the way it is. Just like people from other states are like, oh my gosh, you live in California where there's where there's earthquakes. It's like, dude, I've never, until like a couple years ago, I hadn't felt one. I didn't feel the Northridge earthquake in 94, 93 or whatever it was. I didn't feel the San Francisco earthquake in 89. There was an earthquake near my hometown, but my wife and I were actually visiting her parents out of town. So it shook my like hometown pretty good, but we weren't even there. And then just kind of somewhat recently, like in the last year, 2 years, I was whatchamacallit? Sorry, I got distracted by something. I do that a lot. It's just kind of the way. I'm sorry, guys. I have to do this real quick. I'm kind of. Okay, sorry. Okay, I needed to check something really quick just because I was going to lose my mind if I didn't. Yeah, so earthquakes. I only felt one like 2 years ago, and it was like a super small one, and I was like, oh, I felt an earthquake. I was like excited. I wasn't scared at all. Diesel and Farmer Brothers said, Jessica, yes, we are 24 and turning 25 next month for my wife, and so yeah, you guys are youngins, but I knew you were young. I could hear it in your voice on your videos, man. Diesel and Farmer Brothers, I could hear it. A little young. It's good though. And then yeah, Jessica said God definitely used us getting married young for good. Yeah. She had to put up with a lot for a while. Trucking Together say good thing you kept it. I think the name, it keeps you original for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Hello YouTube 541 said every name is a trucking company somewhere. Exactly. That's what I ran into, man. What'd you do if your son said he'll hell with the school and wanted to jump in a truck? Don't get scared. Your son seems really smart. Yeah, if he said hell with school and wants to jump in a truck, I would teach him to. I would probably tell him to go get his degree first, and then come run the business with me, and he can teach me things about business and economics and things that I don't know, and I'd probably still force him to go to school somehow, some way. But if he was like, I don't want to go to school at all, and he wanted to be a truck driver, I mean, I would let him. I would encourage him and support him. I know that he doesn't think like that. So I'm kind of relieved that he doesn't. But if he really wanted it, like I think my daughter Lucy would actually really enjoy trucking. But I think that it's just the weird thing when you're like 10-year-old, when you're a 10-year-old little girl, you don't imagine like, yeah, I want to be a truck driver. Like she's too girly right now, but I feel like she would actually enjoy it. So maybe eventually she'll be the one that will jump in a truck and start trucking with me. But yeah, I mean, I would encourage them and just try to, I mean, imagine if I could get the kids, if we could become like a family business to where we could own multiple trucks, multiple, trailers, and then when all this whole like self-driving truck thing, if it comes through and there's like, imagine we own a fleet of self-driving trucks, then, we'll be better positioned to like have a better life. So I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. Todd L, where can I buy one of your hats? Bro, that's what I get the most requests for, so I think I'm going to try to make some, but I'll be honest, the guy that I made my hats through, I wouldn't make any money if I sold them to you guys. It just doesn't, it would just seem like a lot of, by the time I get them made and then ship them out, I'd be losing money, and because I wouldn't want to charge you guys as much as he was charging me to get a hat. Like they're just not worth that much. For what they are, they're like a generic trucker hat with vinyl pressed on the front. So I don't know yet how I'm gonna get, different hats or better hats or whatever. But I am working on trying to figure out some merch at some point, and especially the hats, because that's like the number one request I get. So yeah. Curtis said Great Smoky Mountains. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so like there kept being like signs, right? You're like Great Smoky Mountains, and then pretty soon it's like Appalachians, and then you go a little further south and you're in the Blue Ridge Mountains. So, yeah, the Blue Ridge Mountains over near Tennessee. All right, had to sing it. The Swerve said, "I'm born and raised in San Francisco, lived through and survived that '89 quake." Yeah, I know a lot of people felt it where I lived, but I just didn't feel it, man. I just didn't feel it. That's just it. I don't know. Okay, but we don't have an earthquake season like tornado season. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. Yeah, Martin said, I don't think earthquakes are a big deal either, as long as you're not stuck on some high overpass like that cab over in SoCal that got famous. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Yeah, Diesel and Farmer Brothers said you just had a couple earthquakes this week. Yeah, I saw that that there were some earthquakes over there, dude. Of course, it's when I'm gone. I'm telling you, I never feel the earthquakes. I've felt one in my entire life. It sucks. Let's see. You and your son should do an over the top montage. I don't know what over the top means. What is that? Is that a thing? I need to Google it. Yeah, Trucking Together. So that's what I'm saying too about tornadoes, that there's like an actual season for them. Same thing with hurricane season. Like you had a hurricane season where it's like they come. That's when they're there every year. I know I'm out here in Alabama and there's like, thunderstorms going by, and then YouTube starts recommending these like EF5 tornado videos, and I'm like, it's like fun to watch, but then it's kind of scary at the same time when there's like lightning flashing outside, and you're like, I think I see a tail of the the indraft, the updraft or whatever. Let's see. Mid Valley Ag in Brentwood or Linden, always hiring, good company. Okay, good to know. Jessica said her and the girls were doing a puzzle and they saw the plants swing, so it was kind of mild. And yeah, Jessica said Lucy's 11. She would want me to correct you. I'm sorry. Okay, she's not 10. She's 11. It's a big difference. Huge difference. Diesel and Farmer Brother said, my 3 old loves going to the shop and seeing all the trucks, tractors, and driving them with me on my lap. That's cool. Newblark said Velox family trucking, but would it be in Cali? Probably not. Josh Condon said, I would definitely sport some Velox swag. I already got the Asian My swag. Yeah. I'm not opposed to it. I definitely, my brother has provided me with some rad designs for my logos and stuff, so I'm down. I want to. It's just a matter of trying to get it done. I could try to go through the process of like going and getting them printed myself again and doing all that, but that's a lot of work for not a lot of profit and not a lot of money. And I would rather do like a drop ship type thing where the orders go in, they fulfill the orders, they ship it, and then they just give me a little bit of money for each order that comes in. That would be a much better setup for me. Let's see. Trucking Together. We were close to one of them and we didn't even notice it, Nick. Yeah, one of them was out there by Linden. I know, it was just a little south of you guys, like probably only like what, 4 or 5 miles south of where you guys are at. So crazy. Trucking Together. Over the Top is a trucking movie with Stallone. That's right. I think that's one I've actually not seen. Is that weird? I haven't seen it. I've seen a lot of other trucking movies, but I haven't seen that one. Curtis says, I got a guy in Ripon that can make your hats and shirts. Yeah, I got a guy too, but just I don't know that I want to do the actual getting them made, getting them delivered to my house, and then shipping them out. It's just a lot of work to do. And like I said, for not a lot of money. Trucking Together said it's on YouTube, so you can watch it tonight. What's on YouTube? Oh, the Over the Top. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to bed after I get off this live because it's 11:22 out here. It's late, and we're gonna wake up and go to church tomorrow morning. We got a recommendation from a friend, from an old friend who used to live here in Auburn. I actually worked with this friend at Burger King when we were in high school, so stayed a little bit connected through Facebook and stuff. And I knew she had lived in Auburn, so I got a recommendation from her on a church to go to tomorrow. So, um, yeah, let's see. Trucking Together said, I think a lot of YouTubers use Teespring or something like that. Yeah, and that's so you can use Teespring and then you can actually get them to like advertise it underneath your videos, but you have to have like 10,000 subscribers before they open that up to you and available to you. So I'm not quite there yet. And so I don't know. And I don't know if their setup is like the best as far as like the percentage you get and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe just Trucking's guy, Kazgear. Maybe he'll come over and offer me a deal. I know he got set up with Wild Beard Trucking too. So yeah, I don't know. My mustache is like tickling me and itching me, and I want to like get rid of it right now. Diesel and Farmer Brothers said supposedly the reason why we are getting more earthquakes is because of the crazy heat waves you're getting. Really? I didn't know. I haven't heard that. I mean, I'm sure everything's connected in a way. They've been talking about like the big one for a long time, but they haven't. We haven't had like the big one. We haven't had a big one since the early '90s. So I don't know. I don't know. Jessica, would Crivelli's do it or too expensive? Yeah, they're too expensive. They're way too expensive. Hello, YouTube 541 Convoy movie, old school. Yeah, that's like I've seen that movie. That movie's legit. I actually, I think I made a reference to that earlier in this live with Pigpen and Rubber Duck. New blog said do a setup through Teespring and people can just buy on the site and it will ship to them and you don't have to deal with it. Yeah, that's the plan. Eventually, they call that drop ship, and I want to do a drop ship setup like that. But I would want to ask some other guys who've done Teespring like what their quality is, because some dropship companies will send out stuff like they'll have one size of your logo for shirts, and then if someone orders like a 3X shirt, the logo is like this big on the back and it looks really silly. And sometimes they're like off-centered, and some people do I don't know. It just kind of, I want to make sure that it's quality. Yeah. Jesse Rosso, you be like Matter on car. I'm happier than a tornado in a trailer. Oh, Mater. Yeah. Happier than a tornado in a trailer park. Like he goes, yeah. He's what did he say? Oh, Lightning Queen says something about how Doc has he's even got piston cups. And Mater goes, he did what in his cup? It's like one of my favorite lines of the whole stupid movie. The Swerve, what you think your brother charged for a design? Well, I'll be honest, he's expensive. I'll just say that straight up, because he's a professional. Like he's like a real one. If you go to like a print shop and they say, oh yeah, well, we can do your logo for you, it's not going to be like the quality or the to the same level. But most people think like, oh yeah, logo is like, $100 or $150, and I'll be honest, it's like 10 times that probably, and it can even go more than that. I was watching something actually got recommended to me, I think because I had some videos tagged like graphic design when my brother helped me design the 389. And so it started recommending these videos for like graphic design videos. And one of them was this guy, and he was like talking about how he charges $1,000 an hour and how he gets customers who fight him on the price, and they try and tell him that he shouldn't charge $1,000 an hour and that is too expensive. And then he tells them, explains his response to them, like, okay, well, why don't you just give me a portion of your profits, since my design is, the aim of it is to drive more attention to your product and to help retain your customers and to make them spend more money. And so why don't we just say, if it works, whatever works, then you give me like a percentage of whatever, we grow your business to do, then you give me a percentage of that. And then they're like, well, that could end up being more than $1,000 an hour. And he's like, well, okay, well then, yeah, then maybe you should just pay the $1,000 an hour and just deal with the fact that it's expensive, because, you know, when you have a skill set like that, like my brother's just got an eye for art. He always has. So anyway, that's just how that goes. But yeah, so I don't know. And to be honest, he just took a job as a whatchamacallit, creative director at a company. So he's like in charge of their entire, like, you know, branding and all their graphics. So he's in charge of all of that. And so I don't know if he's going to be doing any more of his like freelance stuff that he used to do. Because I think he's just going to be kind of overwhelmed, not overwhelmed, but his time will be full with this new position, with doing the full, like he's the boss now, basically. So he's going to be, and it's an adjustment for him because he was just a graphic designer at the last place he was at. And yeah, let's see. Would you get a GoPro and do a point of view video? No. My wife used to always say, like, anytime I'd watch those, that they made her sick. And then I realized, like, yeah, I kind of get sick a little bit too sometimes. Like, kind of just, you start getting like motion sickness from watching this dude turn his head up. And that's the thing, like you just turn your head a lot when you're driving. Like I turn my head and check my mirrors all the time. And so it's just, I don't know. It's just, I like to mount my camera and just leave it there and then all of that. But let's see. Trucking Together said the quality from Teespring isn't bad. I got shirts off there for Martin from other channels. I'd be comfortable using Teespring. Okay, cool. Diesel fuel should be way cheaper than in Cali. Yes, it is. And I'm enjoying that. Non-important said Over the Top is a movie. Sylvester Stallone. Yeah. Someone else mentioned that. The Swerve says, since you seem to miss Quakes, don't you think you should move? Don't think you should move. Once you do, then comes the big one. Yeah, or I should make sure all of my family members, my parents, my brothers, everyone gets out of California at the same time I do, because then it's gonna happen. Josh Condon said best trucker movie in my opinion is the Drive By Night with Humphrey Bogart. Okay, I don't think I've seen that one either. Let's see. Diesel and Farm Brothers said I just finished editing my new video throughout watching your live. That's awesome. Let's see. I need to see the movie Black Dog. All right. Smokey and the Bandit could be considered a trucking movie. Yeah, I've watched some of that. What are some cool truck stop stories? Things that you have heard. Okay, I'll tell you a funny story. Todd L. So my father-in-law is like a big dude, right? But when he had his other trucks, his trucks, he would, I keep looking at this screen because this is where I'm reading all the comments and I forget the camera's over here. Okay, so he's driving, right? And he was sitting, he always put his seats on the freaking floor. So all you see is this like head, just like this, like, you know, all you see is his head from here up, and that's it, through the window. And he kind of drives aggressively sometimes. And so anyway, so he goes and he's passing this dude, and this dude speeds up when he's past him. So he hammers down, he gets in front of him, and he cuts him off. You know, he rubs that paint off his bumper. And so the guy hops on, hey man, I should kick your blah, blah, blah. And he's like, all right, well, meet me at the truck stop. We can handle this like men. And he goes, all right, I'll meet you over there. So they pull into the truck stop, and the guy gets out of his truck, and he's holding a tire iron. And so my father-in-law, they call him Boomer. He hops out of his truck, and he towers over this dude, right? And this dude's walking like across the parking lot, and he sees him get out of the truck, and he's not some little chubby guy like he thought. He's a big dude, like NFL caliber, like, you know, big old dude, 6'5", you know, 300-pound dude. And the dude just like, hey man, we're cool. And he just backed away, and he had the weapon in his hand too. He had the tire iron or the crowbar or whatever he had. And he decided, even with this crowbar, even with this tire iron, I'm not going to win this fight. So he just backed it down right there. Just backed it down. Okay, so the funniest part of that story is, so then they start talking to each other on the radio, like probably then, and probably they started seeing each other off and on because it's running the same roads in California. You see the same trucks. Well, anyway, they end up becoming friends, and like by the time I met this dude, he's like talking to my father-in-law every single night on the phone, and they're just sitting there chatting like a bunch of little girls. And so it's really funny that how they met and then where their friendship started. Yeah, that's basically that's a funny one. That one's a PG one that that I can tell. Let's see. There we go. Chugging Together said, going to make a Diet Dr. Pepper float because it tastes the same as regular Dr. Pepper. No, it doesn't.
Amen.
No, it doesn't. Little House said, hey, Velox, hope all is well. Thanks. We're out in Auburn, Alabama, hanging out. So, yeah. Jessica said, my dad is like the Swede from Heartbreak Ridge. His dad's favorite movie. Her dad's favorite movie. Did I say his dad's favorite movie? Man, I'm sorry, Jessica. My bad. I'm getting a little tired. Hello, YouTube 541. So that's why I keep my tire thumper right by my seat. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You gotta keep something under that seat. Just saying. Yeah, Plays on Freeway agrees with me about the Diet Dr. Pepper thing. Does not taste like regular Dr. Pepper. I'm telling you. So where I grew up was about 50-50 whites and Hispanics. And so I grew up, kind of dealing with some like racial discrimination and stuff towards Hispanic people and that kind of thing. But it wasn't like really bad. It was just kind of, you could sense it sometimes in certain places. But it wasn't gnarly. So anyway, when I moved to, hello YouTube 541. Hold on. Don't leave yet. You said you're out, but hold on real quick because I want to tell you this about the whole tire thumper thing because this is what started this story. Okay, so then I moved to Stockton, or I didn't move to Stockton, but I moved to the area and I started working in Stockton. And all of a sudden, I saw this like whole different like racist side of California that I had never seen before. Like Stockton, the racial issues there are like deep. It's crazy. And so I was there, and I had never heard anyone reference their tire thumper as a N-word beater. And this guy did that, and it like shocked me. And so until I got into trucking, I never really had like experienced or like witnessed racism besides like some minor stuff towards Hispanics in my community. But like I'd never seen like real true like racism. Like for the most part, the people I was around, we all like idolized our favorite athletes and singers and stuff. And so we all kind of, it's like, I remember a point in my life where I wanted to be black. Like that was like I actually asked my parents, like, can I be black when I grow up? Like, is that something that I can accomplish? Like, can I work towards that? Because I want to be an athlete, and all the best athletes are black. And so anyway, yeah, it wasn't until I moved to the Stockton area and like the Central Valley area that I've heard someone use that terminology. And so anyway, I'm glad you called it a tire thumper and not a N-word beater, because I would have to block you out of here if you ever tried to use that. I can't believe people would still use just blatant racism. So anyway, it shocked me though, man. It shocked me. And I remember just thinking, I came home and told my wife, like, I didn't know, like I looked at him and I didn't know what to say. Like I kind of was like that's not funny. Like it was like this weird thing where I just couldn't believe that people actually, it's like I was back in time or something, like it was just weird, super weird. Anyway, but that's what that tire thumper story reminded me of, because I had not experienced much like racism against black people when I was a kid, and probably because we didn't have a ton of black people in my area, so the racist people didn't have a chance to like put that on display as much as they would. But anyway, that's the way that went down when I was growing up. Not a lot, didn't witness a lot of that. Let's see. Diesel and Farm Brothers said, I like this video. I make fun of myself a lot in this one. Hey man, that's the best way to be. That's how I do it. So anyway, Josh Condon, if you need some good laughs while trucking America, check out Ray Carlisle Rooster Cruising or Chrome. He is hilarious. Rooster Cruising or Chrome. Okay, I think I can do that. Semperfido 9915. Hiya Nick. I didn't know you were live tonight. Yeah, I didn't know I was gonna be live tonight either. And then I just decided that I wanted to go live because I don't have any videos to put out or edit or anything because I'm not doing as many loads as I had hoped I would be doing out here because I'm trying to make sure that we don't miss any more of Miles's college tours. So kind of playing it safe. Curtis Galvez said, stay strapped or get clapped. Jessica said, Stockton is cray. Semperfido said, you must still be in the South. I am. I'm in Auburn, Alabama. Not important. Said, I backed up into an ice cream truck and nobody knows until now. He couldn't keep up. What? Is this your confessional? Do we need to alert the authorities in whatever city that was? All right. The chat's slowing down. Oh. New blog said, I definitely missed the whole combo earlier, but did you say if you had found a trailer you were going to do car hauling? If I didn't oh yeah, hello YouTube 541. Peace out. Thanks for staying and listening to my tire thumper story, even though I don't know that it actually applied to anything you were saying, but have a good night. Enjoyed hanging out. New blog said, I definitely missed the whole combo earlier, but did you say if you found a trailer you were going to do car hauling? I said if I didn't find a trailer. I had an offer from someone to rent a trailer from him, and then he was going to get me connected to where he gets his loads from, the kind of carrier or broker that he uses to get his loads. I think he subhauls for a carrier, I believe, and so I would have kind of rented the trailer from him rather than running like under his numbers, and then maybe subcontracted with a broker or carrier or something like that. Anyway, but I had an offer to go and do it, and I seriously thought about doing it because it would keep me pretty local. I had never done car hauling before, and it's kind of fun to learn something new and do something cool like that. Plus, I kind of had the idea, if we are going to move out towards Tennessee way, there's a lot of car stuff going on in Tennessee. So, John Ferreira, what up, Nick? You got all kinds of racism in nationalities. You got good and you got bad. Myself, I don't use a tire thumper. I use a 6-pound hammer. Works great bumping my tires. Exactly. Yeah, man. I've seen it a lot more now. Let me just say that. In trucking, I see it daily. It's kind of a racist profession, in my opinion. It's just if it's not one, it's another, and if it's not another one, it's something else. It's a lot of people have a lot of things to say about Indian truck drivers and about just you name it. You get people just trying to, I don't know, trying to act hard, trying to be act crazy, and a lot of people trying to blame it on like what nationality people are, and that's just stupid. No, go for it. How many are there? Oh, you ate all the other ones? Save me those ones. Car hauling is a lot of work. Yeah. It is. The loading and unloading, you do it all yourself. But you don't have to wait on a forklift driver to unload you. So that's kind of cool. Diesel and Farmer Brothers, do you think it's legal to have red underglow in the truck and trailer? I believe it is. Yeah. I think. I mean, it's not rear facing, but all your lights have to be either amber or red, and forward facing is amber, but those aren't forward facing, so I think it's legal. New blog said less work than the Home Depot plants. Yeah, for real though, 100%, I guarantee that. Todd L, do you ever go down the 101 freeway Stockton to LA? No. It's just so many more miles and extra. I mean, even when I'm gonna go to like Ventura, you don't you just go over the grapevine and then cut over on the 126. So like the only time I go on the 101 is when I go to visit my parents on the Central Coast, and I'll cut over from Kettleman City over to Paso and then hit the 101 there. So that's the only time I ever take 101. Josh Condone says, my dad loves Whataburger. When I heard your take on it, I laughed. Oh yeah, the hot trash comment. It's garbage. No, actually, they just opened one here in Auburn, Alabama. I heard some guys at Chick-fil-A talking about it today, talking about how it hasn't been open very long and stuff. So I thought about maybe going and trying it again and giving it another shot. Since like whatever I tried when I tried it can't be anyone's favorite burger. Like it just wasn't that good. It was like a Jack in the Box burger, or like no one's like, oh, the Jumbo Jack is the bomb. You have to eat a Jumbo Jack. The Jumbo Yak, gotta try it. It's like no one says that. It's just not. It's not. That was. It's a mention. It's an homage to what someone else had said earlier, right? Yeah. So that's the Whataburger. I feel like I have to try it again because I'm like, am I crazy or are they crazy? Because someone's crazy. Because if someone says that it's better than In-N-Out, it's like it's not even in the same galaxy as In-N-Out. So I got to just find out if they're crazy or if I just had a really bad experience when I was in Waco and I tried Whataburger. I don't know. Plays on Freeway said flatbed pays better. I've been looking at the rates and the flatbed hasn't been crazy good. And DAT came out with their like averages for the year, and drive-in was as good as reefer and a little bit better than flatbed, I believe. So I think that's how it goes. Let's see. Little House said, what happened to the Great Freight Race? Any updates? We kind of put it on hold for a little bit, and we're going to try and rework it and kind of, it's hard to get everyone on the same page when you got a bunch of different people with stuff going on in their lives and stuff going on in their on their channels, and trying to figure out how to get everyone on the same page at the same time to like do the race. Like, you got me doing this trip. We had Nevada Trucking and Trails getting his new truck, and then that got put on hold and got pushed a little bit, and a couple of the other people. So anyway, it's just kind of one of those things. So we're working on what it's going to look like and how it's going to go down, and then the Great Freight Race, Great Freight Sage Logic, kind of was going to back away from it for a little bit, but now I think he might want to come back and be involved in it again. So kind of just we're gonna reconfigure it, and then we'll like kind of kick it off, and we'll jump into it and roll with it pretty soon. But yeah, for a minute I thought I might be doing it on my channel, but I don't think that's going to happen now. So anyway. Let's see. Trucking Together said, Nick, your life made us not watch the Volkswagens and the KW this evening. Now we got to skip breakfast to watch them all. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, that's my bad. I forget that it's so early over there for you guys. So, for me, this is all late. I feel like, man, why is everyone up still? Well, because it's only 8:45 on the West Coast. New Blogger said, I also missed what the Great Freight Race is. I heard you mention it a few times, but missed who or what it's about. So basically, it's just it's an idea to get a bunch of YouTubers together, and we all just kind of go for like a season, basically. Like think like Wicked Tuna, or what's that other one? The Deadliest Catch, where you're going to go like, for 10 weeks, and we're just going to try and everyone's going to try and get the most money they can for each load, and go wherever they need to go to try to make as much money as they can. And then we'll all compare numbers each week and kind of keep a running tally of who's doing the best and what freight lanes are doing the best, what types of freight are doing the best. If someone's got flatbed or step deck, and another person's got drive-in, another person's got reefer. And so we kind of were going to just all have this little race, the Great Freight Race, to kind of, I don't know, for entertainment, but also for information purposes for everybody, and kind of to help grow our channels a little bit. That's kind of the original idea I had, was to try to grow the channel, and kind of create a little buzz with that. So that's what that is, the Great Freight Race. Diesel and Farming brothers, because I'm going to do a huge makeover on my trailer this year. We just bought a sandblaster. We're going to repaint them and everything. And I'm thinking of doing underglow. That's why I asked. Yeah, if anyone else knows the answer to that, if you can put red underglow, I'm pretty sure you can, but give me like the actual verification for California, because I know California is the main one that that California is like the pickiest when it comes to lights and stuff, I think. Josh Condone said Chick-fil-A is way better than Whataburger, but I got to agree In-N-Out is way better than Whataburger. Yeah. Chick-fil-A is the best. The Swerve said I took 101 to Oxnard, very beautiful, through Santa Barbara when Grapevine was closed due to snow. Yeah. Yep. That would be the one time where maybe running out the 101 would be, cool. And yeah, I mean, I lived in that area. I commuted from Ventura to Santa Barbara, Goleta, every day for like 5 years. So it's beautiful, but I'm kind of tired of it. No. And there's this one spot in Montecito where like these birds all crap on this tree, and they like kill this tree with their crap every year, and it smells so terrible. I always used to have to drive with my windows down because my little Honda Civic didn't have any air conditioning, so I'd always have my windows down. And driving by that tree, I'd have to roll the windows up because it just smelled so bad. Trucking Together said reefer is always a good plan, though. People always got to eat. Don't get distracted by other types of loads, and you'll be just fine. Yeah, I think so. Plays on Freeway said later, Nick. Peace out, dude. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. Non-important said stopped at 3 different Whataburgers and all 3 trash. Hot trash. Garbage. Let's see. Trucking Together say we got you for that dedicated lane coverage. LOL. Freight race. What dedicated lane are you talking about? Which one? Josh Condone said, I just get sad when I drive by a Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. Oh, dude, I think it was like our second or third time we were going to go to Chick-fil-A, and we got all excited after church. We were going to go and get Chick-fil-A, and we drove over there, and we were like, oh, they're closed. Dude, it was like a thing. It was like we were craving it. We didn't used to have a lot of money, so we didn't go out to eat very much, and we were just like, yeah, we're going to go get Chick-fil-A today. And it sucked. Nolan Genova said, I'm not a mover, but I watch your vids and are a great influential person. You help motivate with all your positivity, even when things go wrong. Yeah. You are a mover. Okay. I am a mover. Yeah, dude. I mean, I have bad days, and there's days where like I'm not as positive. So, not that I'm like, faking it when I do it. It's real when I do it. But there's days where I don't record stuff, or that I have to like wait until I get out of my funk until I record, because I don't want to put that all out on YouTube when I'm like super frustrated, or when I'm just throwing a little fit, having a little pity party. Nobody wants to see that. So, in the end, if you just give yourself a little perspective in most situations, none of it's that bad. I mean, even the 11-hour load we had the other day, it was like, you know what, we're still going to get to where we need to go to make it to the tour that we're going to go on. And, it's all cool. So anyway, I appreciate that. But, yeah, I have my, I have my bad days too. Todd L, are there any celebrities or transportation CEOs that have reached out or follow your channel? No, I mean, the only celebrities would be other YouTubers. Just trucking, we've communicated on here a little bit and stuff. But no like true big stuff. I've had just some minor little connections that I've made through YouTube, but nothing like crazy. But I'm still a small channel. I'm small potatoes, man. I'm small potatoes. So, yeah, my wife always forgets that Chick-fil-A is closed every time. Heartbreaking. Nolan Genova, what keeps you motivated to keep going and do your thing? My family, man, my kids, my wife. I want to provide for them. I want to grow. I want to make money, but I also want to like be with them and spend time with them. And so I want to build my business until I can get to that point where I can spend more time with them. Not be gone to make money, but like be making money while I'm at home with my family, have some passive income and things. So that's kind of my motivation, is to just keep building until I can spend more time with my family. So let's see the swerve hashtag it great freight race. Yeah, we'll be pushing it once we get it going. We will. Rich Chocolate, would you recommend the place you got your trailer from? I'm in the market for a reefer in California. I mean, yeah, I mean, it was right there from Thermo King in, uh, yeah, I mean, I would recommend it. It was cool. It was cool. Trucking Together said that's our plan, dedicated in the works. Gotcha. So you're going to be all dedicated up. So you're going to just have the same route every week, the same loads, super boring. All right, that's cool. Consistent money though. I'm telling you, it's a thing. It's a thing. Let's see. My kids swear by Fatburger, but I don't get it myself. Give me In and Out anytime. Okay, so I went and tried Fatburger, and I'm telling you, it was so good. It was legitness. I enjoyed it so much. I I didn't think I would. I didn't think I would love it, but I actually really loved Fatburger. It was amazing. Yeah. Let's see. The best hamburger is the one you make in the backyard on your grill. Nothing beats that. John, I agree. Backyard burgers are the best. Yeah, my wife is a homemade hamburger fan. She wants like a little bit of mayo, mustard, and pickles, and maybe some lettuce, and that's it. Just a basic burger that's red in the middle, and yeah, she's all about the backyard burger. Um, New blog said, "Are you going to be a sellout to DAT like some other YouTubers, JK, like maybe Sammy Lloyd? It makes sense. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No, I mean, everyone has a price, right? So I mean, if they want to like pay me like really good, then maybe I'll do some videos and mention them in every video and put links in my videos and all that. I would be down. I would be down. No, but like really, it'll. I kind of have a thing where like I really want to be able to wholeheartedly endorse something if I'm gonna like make it a thing on my channel. So like I have a deal with Morningstar Tomato, Morningstar Trucking, and I kind of did like a recruitment video for them. And the reason I did that was because um, I like fully believe in what they do, and I think it's like one of the best ways for people to get their CDLs without having to pay for trucking school. Like a lot of people, when they're looking at trucking, they don't have $3,000 or $5,000 sitting in the bank. So then they look at like Swift and they look at all these big mega carriers, and they want like a 1 year or sometimes even a 2 year commitment, and that's a long commitment to like be working for a mega carrier, and that's why a lot of people get like, I don't know, they get I don't know, like disenfranchised with trucking, and then they bounce and they don't want to do it anymore. And so, yeah, I did the video because I actually like support Morningstar. I think it's a good place for people to go get their CDL. They only have a 3 month commitment, and then they're free to go do whatever they want to. And actually, um, Morningstar didn't want me to say that as much as I said it, so I had to like edit some of the times I said, because I basically was saying like, "Hey, go to Morningstar for 3 months and then leave them and never go back." And they were like, "Hey, we want people to come back, so maybe don't say that so much." Like it's a good launching point, like it's a good place to start your career. They're like, "No, it's a good place to have a career." But anyway, so I just kind of I'll only endorse companies that I actually use. Like I actually got my CDL at Morningstar Trucking. I worked a tomato season, I got my CDL, and then I moved on. And so that's why I will like only that's why I support them, and that's why I made the video and all that. So anyway, anything else I do, like I actually use the DAT load board quite a bit, so I wouldn't be opposed to doing the doing the DAT stuff like Sammy, but I'm not. I haven't been approached by them at all. So, Boring is good. There you go. You guys remember that. Plus Wyoming year round. That's a really good emoji. The emoji. I like that one. Jessica said cheeseburger. Yeah, it's not about the hamburger. It's about cheeseburger. You gotta get that American cheese on there. Judah said, "What's wrong?" Judah Hendershot said, "What's wrong with DAT?" Nothing's wrong with DAT. I use DAT daily. John Ferrer said, "Take care of yourself, Nick. I'm going to get back to my movie, American Graffiti. Some of these parts were filmed down there where you live. That's cool. Yeah, American Graffiti. What's his name? What, George Lucas, right? Or was it? No. I'm mixing stuff up now. But yeah, Modesto. Yep, over there in Motown. So cool. Cool. Trucking Together said, agree with you on Morningstar 100. Yeah. Little House said, big question. Can you do loads from load board with California numbers only? Yes. Yep, Baruni. Yeah, I mean, you can set the load board to be just, within so many miles of a city in California, and then it'll show you only loads going to that market. That's what I do. My normal stuff, like I'll just be up in Northern California and I'll look for loads within 100 miles of my house, delivering to within 250 miles of LA or something like that. And it just catches like the whole Southern California. Yeah, I don't know. John, super good movie. Filmed in Modesto. Have a good night. There you go. Yep, Motown. See, you guys are like in the comments ahead of where I'm at in the comments. It's kind of hard. Not important said, have you tried El Pollo Loco or just Pollo in SoCal? Yeah, I mean El Pollo Loco. I've had them. They're good. Rich Taco said, I never went to trucking school and I never worked for a mega carrier. Morningstar is a great option. I would definitely do that over a mega. Yeah, I mean a 3-month commitment versus a 1-year commitment or 2-year commitment is not even a thing. So Judah Hendershot said Morningstar tomato season is lit. It's lit. Yeah, I really enjoy ag trucking. Like I know it's long hours and a lot of work, and shoot, Morningstar runs 7 days a week. At least Grapes Gallo only runs 6 days a week, so you get one 34-hour reset each week. But it's I don't know. There's something about the ag season that's just fun. Going out to the fields, you're just out there running. It's fun. It's all night work, kind of cooler in the summertime than the daytime work. So anyway, it is lit. I like it. Jessica said, personally, every experience with El Pollo Loco has been trash. I prefer a taco truck. Well, yeah, taco truck. I mean, most of them are going to be better than El Pollo Loco, but I've had a couple of really good El Pollo Loco experiences. They're just kind of expensive. So that's the only thing with them. We're sending 2 trucks to Morningstar in 2 weeks. They pay really good for owner operators. Okay, yeah. They're I mean, their season's rocking and rolling right now, right? It's about that time. Usually they start the 1st of July. So the Swerve says Swift's selling off their reefers on their website. I might have to consider it and go back. Okay. All right. That's cool. New Blog said, as far as getting into trucking, a friend of mine just got on with Redaway, full union. They pay you $18 an hour during CDL school and no commitment contract. Can quit the day you finish CDL school. That's crazy. All right, so you guys hear that? Redaway. So Redaway, they're like an LTL company, aren't they? I believe they are. So they run those doubles, the pups and stuff like that. So anyway, you guys should check that out. If you're interested, check out Redaway. I know I don't have like a contract with Morningstar where I can't recommend other companies, okay? So go check it out. That's what New Blog just recommended. Trucking Together said 10 p.m. Crazy long live. Record maybe? I don't know, man. It's like a 3-hour live. I just keep looking at the people and it like goes up and then it goes down and then it goes back up and it goes back down. And so I figure as long as there's activity in here, I'm going to keep going. No, I'm probably almost done though, for real. Curtis said no more 10 rows loads. My connection there actually left 10 rows, and the last loads I did there, I had a hard time getting like proper paperwork from them, and she kind of like she had to like kind of not pull some strings, but she had to like really hound people to get my like the proper rate confirmations, because they had given me some rate confirmations that were about half of what exactly half of what I normally would make on those loads, and it became this thing like a week and a half, 2 weeks later, where I was like still sending emails to them and making phone calls trying to get them to correct those, and I had ran the loads on bad rate confirmations because she had given me her word that she would get it fixed. Well, she had to like really like step on some toes to get those things fixed. So anyway, she ended up leaving the company not soon after that, and so I'm kind of like, she was my connection there. She was the one calling me when they had loads available and stuff. So I don't think I'm going to end up working for them anymore, just based on like the fact that no one's calling me anymore because she doesn't work there anymore, and also that I had kind of a bad experience the last time that I did it. So yeah, no more 10 rows loads for me unless they call me with, you know, something that's fixed within their system to make it a little better. But I'm probably not their favorite carrier, because I think I'm more expensive than most of the carriers they use. I just know that she was like on the operations side, not on the brokerage side. So as far as the operations side for her, she appreciated my work ethic, my organization, and my follow through with her and communication with her. So that's why she was like, well, we should just pay more for this guy because he's better. And I don't think that the brokerage side thought like that. What is your thought on driverless trucks? My opinion will be 10 years plus away. Even after that, it will be simple shipments. Can you imagine toxic cargo crashing in an autonomous truck? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. There's a lot of people with a lot of money that want it to happen. So I think it'll happen. Just like most things that the rich and powerful want to have happen, they end up making it happen one way or another. So I think it will happen. It might even happen within the next 10 years, like before 10 years. But I just figure, you know what? Like, it's not like I'm an owner operator. Like I'm a carrier. So what keeps me from buying 2 or 3 autonomous trucks and having them running loads for me? Nothing. So to me, it's almost like, okay, well, if the technology becomes available and affordable, and I can employ 2 or 3 or 4 autonomous trucks to be running 24/7, delivering loads for one of my customers or a couple of my customers, or I can keep them moving, and I just become a dispatcher / truck mechanic on my, or a IT mechanic on my trucks, then maybe that's the direction that trucking is going to go. I don't know, but I kind of just figure, it's not all like, doom and gloom. It might be like this blessing in disguise for a lot of owner operators and self-employed carriers. We might be able to run one truck and have 2 trucks kind of following us, because I've heard that might be the way that they do the self-driving trucks, is that they put a driver in one of them and then have another truck or 2 following, because that way if there is some type of hazard on the road that it can't detect or isn't as good at detecting, it'll just be detecting like the truck in front of it, and you're in the front truck. So I mean, can you imagine getting paid for 3 loads at a time running across the country? I mean, I think it'd be good. I think it'd be cool. So anyway, I don't know that it's going to be like the worst thing to happen to truck drivers. So I'm all for let's just see where it goes, and maybe it'll help us all make a better living. Who knows? I know that if we resist change and we act like it's not happening or act like it's impossible that it would ever happen, like I know some guys have said that it's impossible, that it'll never happen. Well, I just think that there's too many people with a lot of power and a lot of money that want it to happen. So it's probably going to happen. And so if we stick our heads in the sand and we fight against it, then we might miss an opportunity that could come up through it. So I'm going to resist it to a degree, but at the same time, hopefully I'll have myself in a position where I can take advantage of it if it does create a different opportunity than the one I'm used to. Rich Taco, I hate being stuck behind a tomato truck on the 5, especially right after I got my truck washed. Yeah, you got to give them extra space after a truck wash. You got to be way back, and then you got to wait until you got to try to pass them like in a hurry. Pass them in a hurry. So anyway, let's see. Little House said Morningstar told me 2 seasons, but I left for the grapes after a month. Bought my own truck. Well, shoot, yeah, you'll be able to pay them their fee for the truck school anyway. Then if you got your own truck and you're running grapes, you should be good. You should be really good with that. Yeah, I think they tried because I asked them if it was just 1 season, because someone else had told me 2 seasons too, and they told me yeah, it's just 1 season, but they said it depends on where they when you start. So if you start after the beginning of the season, then they want you to come back for a 2nd season. But yeah, I don't know. Judah Hendershot said, Nick, what do you think about Hot Shot? Thinking about starting out my owner op with a Ram 3500 and 40-foot gooseneck. I know nothing about it. There's a lot of YouTubers that have gone that route, and there's lots of information. I think there's lots of information on that. I think it's a decent way to like make a living. I believe, from what it looks like. I think it's cool. Diesel and Farmer Brothers said, yeah, we were just waiting to get the semi drivers for the truck. Gotcha. The ones that you're putting on at Morningstar. I think I know what you're talking about. David and Butte, what's up? How's Texas? I've been good paying reefer loads out of Cali. Get that money. Well, I've seen good paying loads. Sorry, I'm not reading well. David and Butte down in Texas. Okay, not important says started listening in Bishop, California. Now I'm in LA. Made trip short. All right. Awesome, buddy. Awesome. Let's see. Plays on Freeway said, I don't see it happening anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know when or how that's going to happen. But the great Freight Sage Logic in the house. What is going on? I got to get you blue. There you go. The great Freight Sage Logic in the house with a wrench. Trucking together said, time for us to hop off here. Tried to stick it out, but got to get everyone ready for bed. Take care, nigga family. What a great. Thank you guys. Appreciate you and Martin coming on and participating so much. You guys are awesome. Let's see. Jessica said bye. Also, the swerve. Yeah, the insurance companies will stop it. Imagine the lawyers if that happened. I'm telling you, they're doing stuff, man. They're doing stuff. There's millions of dollars getting poured into this technology from some very powerful companies with a lot of sway. And so I don't know, man. I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later. I really do. Listen to the great Freight Sage Logic. He's talked about it a lot on his stuff. That's where I get some of the ideas that I got about the road trains and stuff. Where he's got his ears to the ground on this stuff. So kind of what I'm thinking. Let's see. Martin said new pickups these days cost as much as semi trucks. They wear out in a year or two. Semi truck is the way to go. Better rates, longevity, etc. David and Butte said, I'm actually in Virginia heading to Pennsylvania. All right. But you're normally in Texas, right? I'm not wrong on that? That you're from down there? Or am I mixing you up with someone else? I can do that. I mix people up all the time. But I left Virginia a couple days ago, and headed down through North Carolina, or I picked up a load in North Carolina, through South Carolina, Georgia, and then now I'm in Alabama. So kind of working my way south, and then I'll start working my way west here pretty soon. So the swerve said, I heard a story where a car hit the truck, not the other way around, $100 million lawsuit. Dang. All right. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about that stuff, man. Because that was what my initial thought was, like, who's going to be at fault when something like that happens, right? Like, just seems like something's got to give. But then they just keep pushing it, and they keep putting millions of dollars into it. So I'm like, I don't know. They're going to figure out something. Trey the other side, I guess we are back since Martin came back. You guys can hang out as long as you want, or you guys can leave and go put the kids to bed. It's all good. You don't have to stay just because I'm live. We can still be friends. We can still be friends. Diesel and Furman Brothers, you know what I think is funny? Tesla moving their own cars with Peterbilts instead of testing their own trucks moving their cars. Yeah, I always think it's funny too. Like they're all like long hood friggin' like 389 Pete's that they use to move all their like electric cars that are all, you know, supposed to be you know, earth friendly, and they're using bad 389s running them down the road. But anyway. Rich Taco reaching out to Sage. All right, I think we're going to cut it off here. I think we are going to cut it off here because the comments dried up. So that's when it's time to call it quits. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in the hotel room. I'm just kind of trying to pass the time, hanging out with you guys, and yeah, you guys make the time go by a little faster. And Jessica, my wife, thank you for coming and hanging out. Even though this is nothing like being together, it's still something. So, Mom and Dad, if you're still in here, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. Martin still wants me to do a Fergie cover song, but I think we'll leave my humps alone for now. Okay, David. Yeah. Okay, David and Butte said yes. He's from Dallas. Okay, good. I was scared I might have been mixing you up with someone else. So I was like, dang it. Jesse Rosso, good night. Thank you for letting me hang out anytime, bro. And anytime you want to get me a Yumbo Yak, I'm down. I am down. Let's see. Oh God, here we go again with the violin. Hey man, I miss that woman. You don't even know. You don't even know. All right, Martin. Have a good night. All right, that's it. We're leaving. See you guys.